Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ESL Mobile Challenge. I'm your host, Paul, and Varum Toddkill, back for another week of mobile esports action. Week number 3 of our Mobile Challenge here for Brawl Stars. The action so far has been absolutely sick, to say the least, but it's just getting started. We still have 2 more awesome weeks of games ahead of us. Let's welcome in my co-commentators to the show, starting with the one and only Echo Gaming. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and Vera, I'm excited for more Brawl Stars. We're on week 3. We have some exciting matchups tonight as well. I'm ready to dive on in.
Tonight is the night of potential upsets, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top. So, of course, we need Ash as well joining us once again to help break down all these plays. Ash, how you feeling?
Hey guys, what's up? Super excited to be here again, week number 3, and we have a lot of exciting matchups today. I'm super excited.
I don't really know how else to say it other than yes, I am absolutely excited to see what unfolds this week. But look, if you're just joining us and you're not 100% familiar with the ESL Mobile Challenge is all about, it's an extension of our Mobile Open program. It's an opportunity for players to compete in the world of mobile esports, and it's open to everybody. That's what's so amazing. To get to this point, anyone can sign up and compete. But here, of course, is where the action really heats up. We have this video breaking it all down. Let's take a look. This is the ESL Mobile Challenge. Over the last few months, players have been competing in 2 stages of open play, climbing the ladders each month for their chance to make it to the play-ins. In the play-ins, these top teams fought it out, and the best have made it here, to the ESL Mobile Challenge. Here, they will compete against each other each week, testing their skills, their communication, and their teamwork, all to determine who deserves to advance to the finals. It is at these finals where we will crown one team the best in their region and the ESL Mobile Challenge champions. That's what's all on the line. That's what these teams are playing for, a shot to make it to the finals and, of course, be crowned our ESL Mobile Challenge champions, the very first ones, and, of course, take home $18,000. Not bad for a couple weeks of play here in the Mobile Challenge. But speaking of play, let's take a look at our schedule. Echo, what do we have in store tonight?
Yeah, we've got some good
standings,
matches.
I should say.
Yeah,
yes.
we have some good matches incoming, but first of all, let's take a look. We have Tribe Gaming and Aqua right in the top of the leaderboard in first and second, sitting at 3-0. No defeats for either one of them yet tonight. And down towards the bottom, we're looking at Coordinated Thugs at 0-3, but they're going to be going up against 2 teams tonight, so they're going to be really trying to dig themselves out of the bottom. And of course, in the middle, we have Dudunga and we have STMN Esports, who we're also going to see this evening.
Absolutely. Yes. A lot of great matches in store for us, and you touched on it, Echo. That first one, Coordinated Thugs, Stamina Esports, Ash. This matchup is going to be interesting.
Definitely. It's really going to be interesting. Coordinated Thugs versus Stamina Esports for our first matchup. Now remember, Coordinated Thugs looking for their first win. And Stamina Esports, they only got 1 win so far, so both of these teams are very hungry. It's going to be an epic matchup, I feel like. Then, of course, IX Gaming versus Ion Gaming. Ion Gaming as well, looking to get out of that hole. They're currently ranked 7th right now, so they definitely have some work to do tonight.
It's definitely opportunities for teams to step up. That's what they're going to have to do here as we take a look at it. And Ash, taking a look at these bans, anything jumping out at you?
Yeah, Terraban, definitely. She's one of the strongest brawlers in Snake Prairie, double switch, so not surprised with that. And of course, Belle's one of the best brawlers in the game, top 3. You have to ban her. On the other side, Stamina, I love Stamina's picks though. Sprout and Frank, very interesting brawlers to ban. Then again, you know, these maps are very strong for those brawlers. Some assembly requires Snake Prairie, double switch, hot potato, and dueling beetles. To win, you gotta win 3 out of the 5 sets here. And for each set, it's a best 2 out of 3 series. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
You know, in Verum, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Primo tonight. And what are the teams we're looking at right here?
I would not be surprised to see that brawler come, and we'll see if maybe Coordinated Thugs will pick him up as we're taking a look at this team. A team, again, struggling to find their first win here. A lot of really individually talented players, but I feel like haven't necessarily been able to put it together as a squad, and maybe haven't seen quite as much synergy like we've seen from maybe a team like Stamina Esports here with Alec, Tooney, and OG. Again, a lot of names that people know, but they've had a little bit of an opportunity to showcase it a little bit better with their synergy, because Brawl Stars is all about team play. It's all about communication, teamwork, And, obviously one individual player can have a pop-off moment and take it over. We've certainly seen more than a few of those. Looking back to the, well, there are too many to list. But let's just say this. Individual players can only take you so far. At the end of the day, all three of you have to be firing on all cylinders, because if you're not, Ash, one player can't carry a game.
Definitely. It's a concerted effort. We've seen it time and time again. Sure, you're going to have one player, making some really great moves, that one brawler that can carry a team, but it comes with your teammates supporting you, right? Oftentimes a healer, a max to support speed. There's a lot of things that goes on as a team.
Yeah, and we were talking about that last week, getting super excited over one player, but as you guys mentioned, it's definitely up to one team, or for the team as a whole. And Verum, go take a little bit of a break while we jump on into Siege right here. Coordinated Thugs in blue and Stamina Esports up top in red.
Yeah, I like how Stamina is going with a pretty conventional account, whereas we're seeing King Armo run Mortis. This is a really difficult Siege map to run Mortis in, but if anyone can do it, could be Kangarmo. Still though, they gotta defend this, and it's gonna be a pretty difficult defense, mainly because they do have a Mortis. Mortis not the best brawlers to defend with, so not a great start for Coordinated Thugs so far.
No, it's not, and that turret was still getting a little bit poisoned there from that barley, but it's still early and the bolt count is fairly square, so it's not over yet. We have Coordinated Thugs holding that one bolt, and Stamina grabbing onto 3 right now, but really it looks like Mortis doing a nice job up there. Kangarmo doing a little bit of the offensive push, trying to grab those bolts. Nice job hiding behind that wall as well.
Yeah, great job by Kangarmo, but they gotta tie it, and they do. That's exactly what they needed, because now, if you're Kangarmo, Fade, and Toast, you gotta get control. You gotta get the bolts, and that's what they're doing right now. Oh man, that was a missed pull by Bobby right there in his gene. So this gives Thugs an opportunity to possibly get enough bolts to get enough for this final push.
Yeah, 30 seconds left until that push is going to come, and I mean, that's going to be hard to defend when we're talking about this many bolts part of it. 56% of Coordinated Thugs turrets down.
This is not looking good for Coordinated Thugs. Everything's starting to backfire because there's plenty of time. 15 seconds left. You're going to need control. You're going to need that Mortis to grab bolts, but it's not happening for them. And it seems like Stamina's in control. They got enough bolts. Yep, that's going to do it. That's going to secure it for them. Wow. They're going to get the final push. That's unfortunate for Coordinated Thugs, who got really close with so many bolts at the end.
What a turn of events. I mean, Coordinated Thugs was dominant on the bolts. They had good position, at least it seems, but so quickly that changed as Stamina Esports gains control of the center of the map, starts grabbing all those bolts, and takes down the turret. That is round 1 in favor of Stamina Esports. Coordinated Thugs not starting out in the foot they wanted to. Remember, Ash, we did talk about how they're winless so far. They're on the bottom of the leaderboard, and maybe that's just because they've struggled along the way, haven't found their footing, but they want to grab it tonight, and they really want to come out with this match won at the end of the evening, but they didn't bring it in the first time around. What do they have to change?
Definitely the Mortis, I feel like. The Mortis, I'm not so sure about it, man. It didn't really work out. He wasn't very good at picking up bolts there. He did get, one good play where he started chaining some supers, but, Mortis was just not that brawler for control. The name of the game right there was getting control, and they lost it so quickly after they got a significant bolt lead, right? And it's because their comp, it's not suitable for control. You got 3 very short range brawlers. Mortis has like practically no range. BB, Bull, these brawlers have no range at all to compete in that open area at the end.
All right, so you're saying the comp was not what it needed to be. Let's see what kind of changes they bring together as we get into round 2. And looks like things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they've decided to mirror. I like it. Mirror matchups, always great, because it's always the team that plays it better ends up winning, right?
Yes, or at least that's most of the time what goes on. And right now, Coordinated Thugs trying to hold down the middle. Now, we've learned over time here that initial push doesn't usually or doesn't always win you the round, that it really takes you gaining control and maintaining control of the center of the map to be able to grab those bolts. But right now, that first push is in for Coordinated Thugs. Can Stamina Esports shut this down?
Yeah, like you said, first push isn't going to win you the game, but look, that was a very powerful first push. Over 67% on that first push by Coordinated Thugs, and they're fighting for control right now, 2-2 bolts.
Yeah, I mean, Stamina Esports needs the next push. If they don't get it, then it's going to be a round loss for them. Wow, that was a very impressive first push for sure, getting massive amounts of damage on that turret. But right now, I mean, Coordinated Thugs is still in the Bolt lead, but we've seen this before in the last round as well.
Right, but it's gonna be pretty difficult. That first push by them with the level 2 bot did so much. I'm expecting them to finish it right here. They gotta finish it right now. This is their opportunity. And if you're Stamina, you gotta try to contain Fade. Otherwise, Fade's gonna drop that super and he's gonna finish it. So very well played by Coordinated Thugs. That actually worked out very well. Went with the mirror matchup, outplayed their opponent, right? That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that brings a little bit of confidence right there to Coordinated Thugs. They're saying, we're going to play your brawlers and we're going to beat you with those brawlers. And wow, I mean, that was dominant coming in. That first push, super strong, and then just finished up with another strong second push.
Yeah, that is a huge confident booster. Like, that first game doesn't even matter to them right now. They defeated Stamina with their own comp, right? That's definitely a big confident booster. And I'd like to see what Stamina does next game to adjust. Maybe they're going to stick with the mirror comp. Be like, no, you know, maybe you caught us once, but maybe we'll stick with the mirror comp because we don't like losing to a mirror comp, right?
I agree. And I will say that Stamina, I mean, I'm looking at the leaderboards right now. They're lower on the leaderboards than they want to be as well. They're 1 and 2 right now. So they've been struggling and tripping up themselves a little bit. They have been firing on the full cylinders that you're used to. I mean, you really believe in Stamina Esports. You think they're one of the premier teams inside of Brawl Stars. And they've been struggling themselves a little bit. So let's see who's going to be able to come out. I mean, we're looking at 2 struggling teams here that aren't playing to their best ability. Fade back with Mortis again, an El Primo as well, and an Ems.
Yeah, I really like the El Primo choice. Primo is a very good brawler against Carl Barley, but the Mortis choice, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure why they keep going with Mortis here, especially that first game where Mortis was not very, successful. And so far, it looks like Stamina is going to be able to get this first push going right now, which is pretty big, especially considering they got a Barley. And Barley is the best support brawler thrower on this map. He's a beast.
Yeah, OG already picking away at that safe a little bit, and Primo doing everything that he can. Tostitas trying to take down this bot. It's getting a good percentage on this turret right now, though, taking it down all the way. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, that's Gabe.
That's it.
Wow.
One push. The first push. That's incredible.
If I'm them, like, I just want to punch myself right now. If I'm them, like, why go Mortis when it didn't work out the first time? You think, you would understand that because it didn't work that first game. Why go back to it? I don't know.
Take a step back. Don't hurt yourself, Ash. But let's bring in Verum. I mean, let's see what he has to say about that. Like, turn of event to another turn of event. It just completely turned tables twice.
So the thought process is if a team beats you with a comp and then you mirror them and you beat that with that, but then with that mirror, that you stick with that comp that you won with and you ask them to try and beat it at that point.
Right.
That's what you look for. So going back to something that you lost with originally, and Stamina Esports just like held their ground. So they didn't really change much. And not having the Barley, I agree. It just feels very, very weird to me because Coordinated Thugs looked so good. There was never a moment of that second round when they didn't have control, which of course you juxtapose to this where there was not a single moment of this round where they had any semblance of control, and then they get first pushed with a level 2 bot. I mean, that is just everything that could humanly go wrong did. So hopefully that's a bit of a wake-up call there for Coordinated Thugs, not to try and force comps.
Yeah,
but
Ash,
also,
yes.
Yeah.
Or also, Echo. Yes.
Also, I mean, everything went in their favor, but also everything was attacking that turret, right? All of the players were there attacking the turret. The bot was still attacking the turret as well. So much damage on that first push. Maybe one of the strongest pushes we've seen here in the ESL Mobile Challenge. But let's go into set number 2. And why don't we do a little bit of bounty here, Ash?
Yeah, remember Terra is banned, and this is why you're seeing them go with Amber instead. Amber is a pretty unusual pick, but it's definitely a good pick in the sense that you can open up the map with her flames, right? You can constantly get that super, you can just stay on that super, get it, and then open up the map this way. It's a great strategy.
Yeah, I like it as well. I mean, fire does burn grass, and when the grass is gone, you can see a little bit better. It all makes sense. Quickly can open up the map here. And, well, we're going to see who's going to get that upper hand. Right now, Coordinated Thugs is sitting with that first star, but it's pretty quiet. Oh, look at this. Fade getting some good damage on everyone over there on the left side, but no one goes down. It's a kind of a stalemate so far.
Yeah, this is going to be a stalemate, I feel like, for a few more seconds. And it's going to come down to the wire in the last remaining seconds of this game. Essentially, neither team wants to make aggressive plays at the moment. So if Stamina can grab a kill early on right here, and this, like, Fade right there, almost died, but he got the Brock thanks to his super damage. So Coordinated Thugs still looking good with a 3-0 lead. But remember, if they get pushed back at the end, they can definitely lose.
Totally couldn't, but we've also seen some of these rounds end with very, very low scores. But I know what Stamina Esports is going to try and do, and it's going to be that last push where they just try and get that big star, possibly take down Fade, and just get that big damage, take down a few kills. And there's Tostitas going down. It's 2-3 right now with 22 seconds left.
Oh, that was a really nice block by Toast to block for Kangarmo, keeping Kangarmo alive. Now, Toast earlier did suicide right there, maybe a little too early because there's still plenty of time for Stamina to get a kill right here. Kangarmo, that was brilliant play by Kangarmo to go up, and then he's gonna get the kill. What a clutch kill by Kangarmo on OG. Wow.
Coordinated Thugs. They were backed into the corner about as bad as you could be, but they were able to get themselves out of it, man. That was nice.
That was brilliant by Kangarmo. The moment he got his super, he saw that him and his teammates are trapped, right? So he needed to make an escape. If he did not jump out of there, then all the fire would have been in that one vicinity, right? That corner of the map would have totally obliterated them. But thanks to Kangarmo making that play, he was able to flank in from behind, get a very clutch kill with 1 second remaining. That was insane.
Well, if they look at it this way, they only need one more round like that, and they're going to be able to tie up the set. So it's nice for Coordinated Thugs to finally get themselves, a winning start to a round, or to a set, I should say, with round one in their favor. Really nice play. And I mean, Stamina, they did everything pretty much right. They really were able to push them back, kind of work their way back to the end of the match, got them in the corner, but it didn't work out in the end.
It was just unfortunate. OG, the worst possible time right there. It was just very unlucky.
Yeah, well, let's get into round number 2 and see if their luck changes. And looks like we got the same comps going here.
Right. So Toast is gonna pop that Rosa gadget, which slowed them down, allowing them to grab that star. But that was a huge kill by Alec right there in his Brock. I can't even see the Brock's name, can you?
No, it's missing. It's invisible. What's going on there? It's completely gone.
Is that Alec or is that Bobby? I'm so confused.
The name's not there, so I have no idea right now. But, man, it was a nice kill, and it has that lead early in favor of Stamina, plus another one right there. 4-1, and the blue star is in favor of Stamina right now.
Yeah, I think it's Bobby, and Bobby is on a rampage right now with that Brock. Getting multiple kills with this rocket and another kill, triple kill. Is he gonna be able to stay alive from? No, he's not gonna be able to stay alive from the Amber Super. That means he's gonna lose all the stars that he accumulated, and he's gonna lose the blue star because he held onto it, giving Coordinated Thugs the advantage right now.
Wow, that was a very quick change of events right there from one very small thing happening. Actually, it wasn't very small, it was very big. But again, Stamina Esports now doing what they did that last round as well. They're trying to push back Coordinated Thugs, and they're doing a good job of it. They actually are dominant at pushing them backwards, but are they going to be able to finish it off unlike they did in the last round?
Right, so if you're Coordinated Thugs, you definitely don't want them to push you back again, because remember what happened previously. And, they're going to exchange some kills, but then again, Bobby with the final shot, and he's going to be able to survive that Amber Super this time. So, Stamina in control with a 4-star lead.
Yeah, pretty nice lead, plus they have the blue star as well, and there's only 13 seconds left, but Coordinated Thugs is getting on the aggressive and starting that push. They're getting them backed up, but I like that Tooney's on the opposite side, not all bunched together. Tooney, OG, able to take, there it goes. There it is.
I love the aggression by Bobby right there in his Brock, just completely pushing them back, not even allowing them to spawn trap. I love that play. That's exactly what you want to do when you're being backed up in Snake Prairie at the final seconds. You don't want to let up. You don't want to let the enemy team push you back. You gotta assert yourself and keep them back, prevent them from getting, the spawn trap kills and the win, right?
There you go. Listen to Coach Ash. He will teach you what you need to know. Take his knowledge, put it into your play, and come play in the ESL Mobile Challenge next season. Man, great tips. Great round as well, which is tying things up right now. Coordinated Thugs won in one round to Stamina 1 round. The next round is going to be the victor. So Coordinated Thugs, are they happy with the comp? I mean, if it seems to me like Stamina, they were confident in their ability to win, so they didn't change anything up. They just said, we just misplayed a little bit. We're going to come play better.
Right. I think the comps are fine. It's just Brock, man. Bobby and his Brock, those shots, especially with his rockets, constantly getting kills. Had he not been able to do that game, it would have been a totally different story. So you just got to be more aware of the Brock, especially his rockets that deal over 2,000 damage from just the one shot.
Yeah, 100%. And again, same comp over there for Coordinated Thugs, so they must feel that they can get it done. And I'm trying to see what we have up here. It looks like it has changed. It's changed for Stamina.
That time, a great pull by Bobby and his Gene to get the lead back 2-1. If you're Coordinated Thugs, you got to be careful, because if the lanes open up, if the left lane and the right lane open up like what's going on right now, it's going to be very easy for Stamina to keep check of your Rosa. Right, so Toasty's gonna go aggressive right now with his Rosa. Twinny's he's been slowed down just a bit, but he's gonna be able to escape. No, he's not gonna be able to escape. Fade's super is gonna be able to finish it off. So that was a big kill right there, because now it gives Coordinated Thugs the advantage again. They got the lead because of the blue star.
That's right, tied on stars, but they do hold that blue star, which could mean the victory. And now we have Coordinated Thugs just kind of sitting back, hanging tight, relaxing, not doing really anything much, just waiting, because they know that Stamina has to push towards them to try and pull in the win. They just can't sit tight because of that, as you mentioned, that blue star. But here we go, Amber trying to open things up again, trying to get some big damage on Stamina, not being able to throw any damage, but we do have Rosa on the outside. I'm surprised. I guess maybe Rosa doesn't know where they're hanging out or something, but kind of sitting back a little more than I'd expect.
Yeah, it's mainly because of Bobby and his Gene. The moment he gets vision, he's gonna pull and he's gonna take the lead, and that's what makes Gene so dangerous, especially with bow vision, as we saw previously in the last week of Snake Prairie.
Ash, I mean, the tide just completely changed. It was 4-4 with the blue star, and now it's 4-11 with the switch of sides blue star. Complete change, and Kangarmo goes down to the mob of Stamina in the right-hand side. That's going to be a 17-4 lead at this point in time with no time left. This means Stamina Esports is going to take the set number 2. And remember, guys, if they win 3 sets, that means that they win the entire match. So really great start for Stamina Esports. Why don't we bring back in Verum, see if he enjoyed it as much as we did. Maybe we can get his professional analysis.
I certainly did. I think that was another really great case study of the power of Gene with vision, having the bow there to help set that up. Absolutely impeccable play. Again, a lot to give big props to as well. Bobby, the Brock was absolutely sick. You called it, Ash. The fact that Coordinated Thugs could never get a spawn trap going was massive. Don't get me wrong, Kangarmo went absolutely massive in this round number 1. But I think after that, STM and Stamina, they got a sense of what was going on, and they never really looked back. Ash, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was definitely very impressive, especially that last game. Just Stamina just steamrolling. They played it perfectly. They were down because they didn't have the blue star, but they just, took their time, got the Gene, got the pulls. They were always in composure. Like, that was just so well played.
They were listening to you, to your tips on stream. They got the focus and they went in and took it. And we're getting into to set number 3, round number 1, and it's gem grab. And each of them rocking that Gene. When there's no Gene ban, there's going to be Gene on gem grab.
Yeah, definitely, especially on double switch, the best map for, well, not the best map in the game for Gene, but definitely one of the best maps to use Gene in. He's just so powerful, being able to just conceal himself in the bushes right here in the middle, get his pull, and then make very sneaky pulls. Very dangerous brawler.
Yeah, and Coordinated Thugs with the small gem lead, or maybe not, that's going away. But again, it's not about who leads in gems the entire round. It's about who has control and who's able to maintain that control and get that kill to steal those gems back when the time really matters. And we have Sandy. We haven't seen much of Sandy here being played by Coordinated Thugs. Actually, Kangarmo on there using Sandy.
Yeah, ever since Sandy got that nerf where he now requires 6 hits to charge his super as opposed to 5, he's been pretty underrated recently in my opinion. I feel like Sandy can still be a very powerful brawler, especially once you get his Sandstorm down. It's so hard to deal with when you can't see the presence of the enemy.
Yeah, great way of putting it for sure. It's definitely one that I could use some help with myself, but I'll just take your tips. But right now, it's fairly even on gems, still battling over the middle. Stamina, though, has a 3-2 advantage. Right now, Kangarmo starting to come back. Looks like they're able to pull in a few more gems up there. We're sitting on 9, and there's a kill. Dropping all of those gems. Crow with the dive in on Fade, and taking Fade down. Wow.
Yeah.
Wiped out the entire squad.
Right, you can just see Bobby and his Gene just playing it very safe, not going for those gems recklessly in the middle, waiting for the opportunity for Toast to go down, and then safely pick up those gems so he's not going to be able to get pulled, giving them a safe victory.
Wow, it's as if Stamina is kind of planning everything that's going on. Like they're actually in control of what's going on really every round that we're looking at, or I should say every set, every different game mode. They have their plan. It seems like they kind of sit back. They don't get nervous and they get it done like they're professionals or something.
Of course. In a game like this where Gene versus Gene in double swoosh, it's imperative to get a significant lead in gems. You're going to see the team that has a gem lead in this map with their Gene and a pole are going to be able to command most of the control, because the other Gene's not going to take that risk of getting pulled, giving away all the gems.
I mean, we've seen Gene banned a lot because of the ability to pull and because of the strength and gem grab, but I wonder if part of the strategy is we're not going to ban Gene because we know our opponent's going to use him and we're going to be able to play him better. I mean, that can be part of this whole banning sequence as well.
Not just that, it's also confidence in yourself as a Gene player. Toast is one of the best Gene players in North America. Bobby's one of the best Gene players in North America, in the world. So these players, they're confident in their abilities, in their skills with Gene. So that's why they didn't ban him.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And I don't know if you realize this, Ash, right now, but we are in round number 2 of set number 3. And we have Stamina Esports in control. If they win this one right here, they take the entire match. So Coordinated Thugs is fighting to not let that happen. And Stamina Esports wants to end this one early so they can get a little bit more rest before they have their next match later on. So a lot is on the line right here in this round.
Right. I like how Kangarmo went Surge, but it's not a good matchup for them, especially having to deal with Crow. Crow is a monster on this map, being able to use that slowing toxin gadget to slow you down. It's also super dangerous because imagine you're trying to pick up a gem, right? And then the Crow shoots you and then uses his slowing toxin to slow you down. Makes it very easy for Bobby to go for a quick pull and win the game. It's such a deadly combo.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, Kangomo just had a nice play right there, but I hear what you're saying, and it makes total sense. For a moment there, Stamina was really in control of the center of the map, but right now it looks like Coordinated Thugs is gaining a little bit of that back, although OG is back, moved on up, and look at the tide. It's going in the other direction right now as they got their third player. That's 9, that's 10 gems.
That's not what they wanted. They did not want to give Bobby that 10th gem. They were in a pretty good position, even if they were significantly behind in gems. But now with Stamina, with full control, every gem in their bag, and then OG blocking for Bobby, they're gonna take the game and take the third set. That's gonna be a clean sweep for Stamina. Wow.
More sweeps than I've been expecting here in the ESL Mobile Challenge, but that is another one. Stamina Esports is going to improve their record to 2-2, and Coordinated Thugs, they are still going to be, well, winless, and they're going to be sitting at 0-4. Lucky for us, we're going to get to see them battle it out again in Verum. Coordinated Thugs, man, they weren't able to pull in the win, and they got swept.
So close on a couple of those. I think there were 2 big factors. I think you both sort of touched on them. As we take a look back at the highlights too, it's a combination of not necessarily having the right composition set up to deal with their opponents, and it's felt like Stamina Esports was one step ahead the entire time. Ash, do you think that about sums it up?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, remember that Siege game where they used the mirror comp, same comp, and they won? Coordinated Thugs won And then they decided, let's play unconventional. Let's, bring in Surge in double swoosh. Let's change things up. And it didn't really work out. I felt like if they had gone the playstyle of just mirroring, maybe they would have been a lot more successful, right?
It's possible. At the end of the day, every single player that's playing here tonight is a better player than me by far. So my criticism I have to be careful with. But I will say that it definitely did look like Stamina Esports had control, as Inverum said, and really was playing well as a team, able to pull everything together in the end. I mean, we talked about that before even the first round started this evening, the team play that we're used to seeing. And, well, we were hoping for a little bit more out of that from Coordinated Thugs. And again, those comps that you guys talked about maybe weren't the best of choices.
I think the big thing is you don't need to try and do something crazy. Just show up, play what's meta, play the best brawl. Don't try and get crazy. Don't try and get cheeky or cute. Just play what's meta, play what's good, and try and beat your opponents that way. Especially going into this, like Stamina Esports are a great team, but their score, again, 1-2 versus 0-3 wasn't that different. This was potentially an opportunity to make something happen here. And I understand that if you think on paper you're the weaker team, you want to try and draft something maybe a little bit cheesy, maybe a little unconventional, catch your opponents off guard. But I don't necessarily think this was the time to do it, just because when we saw them pull out the mirror comp, they crushed them. We know they have the potential if they just play standard. We know this is a team of individually skilled players, and that's what I want to see from them in the next matchup. But it's not our next matchup. As we go to a short break, we've got another one coming up in just a few, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, second. Thanks so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. First and foremost, congratulations off to a fantastic start here in the ESL Mobile Challenge. You're definitely one of the squads that people were looking for coming on into this. Tell us a little bit about the history of your team, how you guys ended up competing, and how you ended up competing in the Mobile Challenge.
Well, we're just a group of teenagers who wanted to make some money and have some free time on their hands.
I love it. So competitive mobile gaming was the way to go, eh?
Yeah, I guess we were good enough to compete in high-level tournaments.
And you guys have, you're certainly a team that people have their eyes on for sure. And, again, especially given your recent performances here in the Mobile Challenge, despite the updates and changes to the game, you guys seem like you came out really prepared. Talk to us a little bit about how your team adjusts to new updates and how you sort of get ahead of what the meta is going to be.
Well, thanks to Power League, honestly. We all just spend a couple hours every day just playing ladder, Power League. And sometimes we'll discuss it like in the group chat and just say what's good, what's not good, and just scrim.
It's really about putting in the reps, as it were, playing up against other high-level players, which obviously makes a ton of sense. But you're going up against a lot of really good competition here in the Mobile Challenge. Are there any teams in particular that you enjoy facing, or some teams that you haven't played yet that you're really looking forward to?
Well, no one yet, but definitely Tribe Gaming.
Yeah, everybody's looking to get a piece of Tribe, as it were, as they're currently sitting undefeated. Do you have any shout-outs, though, before I say goodbye?
Shout out to Grindman for being a really great teammate, and so is Checo.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time, and best of luck in your matches.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ESL Mobile Challenge. I'm in Verum. That's Echo and Ash, and we just had match number 1, lickety split in the books. Back exactly, just in and out, just like that. Yes, and unfortunately, Coordinated Thugs unable to find victory here, but don't worry, they have a second shot here. So they'll have another match shortly. However, we have another one in store for us right now. Echo, let's take a look at our schedule.
Yeah, next up we have IX Gaming versus Ion Gaming, and I mean IX Gaming, they struggled at first, but then they showed some real good promise. They're sitting at 1 and I'm sorry, I take that back. They're sitting at 3-1, while Ion Gaming is sitting at 1-3 right now, looking for a little bit of redemption. Following that, we're going to see some Tribe Stamina, and after that, Aqua and Dudu Dunga. Ash, what do you think of that?
Yeah, very interesting bans. IX Gaming banning Crow. Crow is a monster in these maps. Gen 4, Safe Zone, Bot Drop. All 3 of these maps, Crow is a monster. So definitely understanding why they're banning Crow. Possibly to go speed brawlers such as Max and Stu. On the other side, we got Ion banning Bell and Ruffs. Of course, Bell's one of the best brawlers. You definitely want to ban her. And then Ruffs is an interesting one. Maybe they're planning on going brawlers such as Stu and Surge. Maybe those are pretty good brawlers when Ruffs is banned.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at it, we've seen some rough times when the Fortress gets set up there, and of course getting rid of Belle, I'm always a fan of. She's just so annoying to deal with. We'll see how IX Gaming is planning to play this, of course. Second, Crying Man and Chepo looking pretty serious there going into this matchup up against Ion, who looks, well, they could be serious. We have no idea. But this squad has been one that's had moments of impressing me and then moments where it just sort of fell flat, which is, I think, is sort of a shame. I think Ion has had some of the highest highs and lowest lows of any of the teams we've seen here. Even just qualifying for the Mobile Challenge was like, wow, some of the games from this team are crazy good. They look incredible. I think for them, it's just being able to chain that together, just being able to chain that high energy Echo. And obviously, it's easier said than done, but consistency is an important thing to have.
Yeah, consistency is key, and chaining things together is easier said than done, especially when you're going against the IX Gaming. They started out a little slow week 1. I believe they had a loss in their week 1, but they were really dominant last week, and they opened a lot of people's eyes that didn't have their eyes already open to this organization. And if they play anything like last week, Ion Gaming has a legit match in their hands, and no one knows these teams better than Ash does. What are you thinking of this matchup we're going into?
I feel like Ion Gaming is definitely one of the underdogs in this whole tournament. They're so good. It's just that consistency, as you said in Verum. They just gotta find it.
Yep, and hopefully we'll see some consistency in this one as Gem Grab is the map, and we have Ion Gaming in blue down below, and IX Gaming down below, and Ion up top in red.
Right, so far looking at it, pretty difficult matchup for Chepo at the start of the game, because Terra's gonna constantly use her gadget there to shield herself against Chepo, and as you can see, that's how Barajas was able to win his side. So great job on that, and then RBM with the gadget to slow down Crying Man and get full control. Now Rosa and a turret in the middle. This is gonna be very difficult for IX Gaming to overcome.
Yeah, nice start here for sure for Ion. As I was messing up who was on what side, a lot of things are actually going on. Oh wow, look at RBM going in there and really being dominant, popping out of the grass, giving IX a difficult time. Although they did just make their way back to the center. Turret's gone. Rose is not in the grass anymore. It looks like control has shifted.
Yeah, Payne got a little scared there and he backed off, and so he was unable to keep his turret alive. He was unable to heal it, and giving second great time for him to take it out. And now look at RBM. He wants to make a pull, but it's difficult. You got to push him back just like that, and they were able to take out Rosa that way. That was really well played by second and Crying Man.
And Barajas hiding in the grass too, but in trouble and going down. That's going to allow second to be able to sneak on in there, grab another gem, maybe more. Looks like, yes, definitely going to be able to grab some more. It's going to bring them up to 9 total, maybe a little bit more if Crying Man can hold them back. IX Gaming is going to be able to grab that 10th gem very soon, but they are being patient. I've learned that from you, Ash. Show patience.
Right, that was a pretty big miss by Barajas to miss his pull, but he did manage to take out Chepo. Unfortunately, this is the final gem that IX needed to get that lead with just 15 seconds left. They're definitely going to take this game if Barajas is unable to make a pull play here, which I don't think is going to be possible, like especially against a very clever player in second.
Yeah, he's keeping himself back, making sure that he's safe, and IX Gaming taking in the first round. They were out of position. They were able to maneuver themselves back into position, got that dominant lead over those gems, and pulled in the win. It's basically how it works. And, well, they did it.
I thought Ion Gaming had that game right there, especially when the Rosa was at the middle. They got a turret place, but then somehow, something happened. Crying Man started getting that kill on Terra, and then he got the 3v2, and then Pain backing off right there, right? Keeping his turret unguarded, allowing second to make a play with that pull, right? Pulling that Rosa in, and then Crying Man finishing. It was just so well played by IX Gaming. Just high level play to get control back and win. Wow.
And we've seen that happen so much here as well, where you really feel, I mean, I've watching the replay back sometimes, I hear you say this team is going to have a hard time getting out of this situation. And a lot of times they're able to do it. And it's because of their level of skill and maybe a slip up from their opponent, where things that shouldn't happen are actually happening. And as you just mentioned, the dominant control of the center of the map there you had the Tara, you had the Rosa, both in the grass, you had a turret in the grass as well, yet IX Gaming was able to get their way back in there.
Most teams would not be able to get out of that trap, right? Especially on this type of map, where you can get quickly spawn trapped if you lose full control, and that's what happened to IX. They lost full control, and then they still managed to make a comeback. Just so well played.
Yeah, impressive. So Ion is switching comps. IX is maintaining comps. I mean, they're obviously taking a few extra seconds here. What do you think? What do you think is going through the minds of Ion specifically?
Yeah, I feel like RBM played Rosa so well, even though it was a mismatch. He had to deal with the Amber lane and the B lane. Those are two pretty hard matchups for a tank, but he played it so well. He got in the middle. He did his job. It's just the moment they lost control, it was so hard for them to get back, especially in the open area map when Amber opens up the lanes, right, with their fire. Your Rosa's not going to be able to hide anymore, not going to be able to roam around. So it makes it difficult late game for Rosa to prosper.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, it seems like you're saying that the comp that they had was pretty good, but they kind of crumbled a little bit when things started to not go their way. And I'm curious to see if they went in with the same. It looks like they have the Jesse. It looks like, okay, RBM coming on in with a snipe going on. And Tara over there on the other side as well from Baraha.
Yeah, as we know, RBM is a great Piper player, great Mortis player. He's multifaceted. He can play a lot of different brawlers skillfully. So let's see what he has in store against Terra right here. It's still going to be difficult because remember, Terra's got that gadget to spawn those shadows and use it to push back Piper. It's going to be a difficult matchup for RBM there.
Yeah, but second just taking down that Terra over there on the right-hand side with the help of Chepo. And right now, I mean, complete control of the center. We have second hiding in the grass, or was, and they're just trying to keep them back at their spawn, let those gems accumulate, and then second's going to be able to go on in and, grab them.
Check this out. This is what, the position of IX was in the previous game, right? And they were able to overcome it. Will Ion Gaming be able to overcome this same trap? I don't think so, mainly because they don't have the right brawlers. And not only that, second is a gene. If they try to make an aggressive play, second's going to go for a quick pull, take you out, and then take your gems. So it's going to be very difficult for Ion Gaming to get back control here.
Wow, it's impressive to watch. Now, they do have that turret that needs to go down, but Jesse just keeps it up.
Yeah.
Keeps putting it up. Finally, it goes down. All right.
That was so well played by Pain, but unfortunately he went down there, and that was a big kill. Barhaz with the pull. They don't want to give them that gem. If second gets that gem, it's over. He's got the gem, and now all he needs to do is just play it safe in this last remaining 15 seconds. So kudos to Ion Gaming for putting up a fight right there at the end, almost able to make a play, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, that was difficult for sure. Although, I mean, IX just literally owned that entire round from start to finish. There was no point in that whole round where they lost any control. They set up the trap, as you mentioned, and they never let it go the way that Ion let it slip out of their fingers in round one.
Another thing I want to note is RBM kind of was outplayed there. Crying Man, he knew that, hey, you're a Piper. I don't want Piper on B. Piper's got the range advantage on B. So guess what? We had RBM on Crying Man side, the Terra able to use her gadget to spawn those shadows and win that lane. So it was just a mismatch for RBM to make any possible moves that game. Just so well played by IX, not just comps, but also decision on, you know, which lane to take and just counter you.
I wonder if Inverum has any thoughts on that. If Inverum, are you surprised that IX had such dominance over that first set?
I don't want to say surprised. I'm impressed. That we're sort of continuing to see the groundwork, the foundation that they laid for us last week. And again, it all comes back to this idea of consistency, being able to perform week over week. And IX Gaming certainly showed that they're a team that can do just that. I mean, Second did such a good job as the gem carrier in this game, staying back, playing support, looking for those key pulls. And the rest of the team did a great job of just enabling that. Like you said, Crying Man as well, just so tough to deal with. And again, the smart little things. Which lane matchups are we going to take? When are we going to push up in? Really, really smart. We'll see if they can continue here in our second set.
Yep, set number 1, Crying Man sitting with the Piper right now. Lots of long range coming here from IX Gaming as they're starting this one out.
Yeah, we got a long-range combat going on here with two teams running Brock. Those are going to open up the map. So I love this matchup. No short-range brawlers here. Really nice gadget used by Crying Man to win that left lane, allowing Second to move up and get some nice residual damage.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, it matters about what damage is done to the safe, not to the brawlers. And I like that Pain is using a brawl that we've seen do quite a bit of damage to the safe over the past few weeks.
Right, so the elephant in the room right here is Chepo and his B. You don't normally see B being used in a map like this, especially in Heist. Just doesn't have the DPS that Colette does. Look at Pain, unable to go in though, was not able to connect. That was a huge missed opportunity of about 12.5% damage on that save.
Yeah, well, Crying Man did a beautiful shot on Pain, not allowing that damage done to the save. So really well done by Crying Man. I think that's where the credit is due. And right now it's just a back and forth battle. Ion Gaming having lost a bit of their safe right there. IX Gaming so far in the lead, but they're getting knocked back. And here we go, Brock with that big super on top of the safe.
Yeah, that was big. They did get 10%, not enough though, but look at Pain coming in from the left. This is so well, this is really looking well for Ion Gaming, because remember, when you respawn back in Heist, you only come back with 1/3 ammo, right? You only got 1 ammo to work with on defense. Still, IX did a beautiful job right there, being able to keep them from dealing even more damage, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you do come back with less ammunition, but they got themselves out of that situation. Now we're kind of in the middle of the map at that stalemate again. Unfortunately for IX Gaming, they need to go get to that safe. They can't hang out in the middle of the map for too long. They need to get a kill in advance.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who gets control right now with just 20 seconds left, and it's looking really good for Ion Gaming right now. They are going to finish it if they can stay alive just for a few more seconds. RBM's going to finish it. He's going to jump over. That's going to do it. Leaving 1% on the save. Wow.
Leaving 1% and not enough time for... what's going on over there? I saw suddenly the safe just going down like crazy.
Just not enough time.
No, Ion Gaming pulling in a win here in round number 1 of set number 2. Maybe try to turn the tide a little bit, right?
Right, definitely. The Colette, I feel like, was definitely a big difference maker right there. B, right? Chepo, no, yeah, B is pretty, like, she's okay. She's, especially in the open map. But when you're in the long-range combat, B versus Piper, Brock, that's what Chepo had to deal with. He couldn't do much because Brock outranges him. Piper outranges him. Not only that, B only has, what, 3,360 health at max, right? So, like, she's not going to be able to do much in that match. If I'm Chepo, I would really consider changing up the B, even though I know he's loving B right now because it worked out really well for him in that first game, but we'll have to see whether he changes that up.
Well, he was probably feeling it, figured he'd ride that wave a little bit, right? But we've seen Colette really dominate in Heist so much. I mean, she seems like a brawler you have to use when you're going into Heist. So would you be surprised to see him just switch out the B for a Colette?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Chepo decides to stay with the B pick, because even in the previous match, in the gem grab match, he kind of struggled at points with his B against the Terra matchup, right? And he stuck with it and worked for him. So maybe he's gonna stick with it again, and maybe it'll work this time.
Well, we'll find out in a few minutes while they set things up. I guess also the question is, Ion, they're probably going to be sticking with the same comp. It worked out well for them, and they are. And there is. Oh, wait a second. We have B, we have Piper, and we have Colette for
So
Gaming.
Yeah, so like I said, Chepo's that type of player. If it doesn't work out once, he's going to try it again. And that's what's going on right here. He's going to stick with his B pick. But on the left side, we got Second switching over to Colette, knowing that, hey, we don't need a Brock. They got a Brock. Their Brock's going to open up the map regardless. You know, might as well go Colette.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see if this Colette can do as much damage as the Colette of Ion in the last round. I mean, IX Gaming doesn't want to give up the lead that they have right now, having 1-0. They want to maintain that. I mean, that's what this is all about. But look at that. Pain got that super, doing some damage on that safe nice and early, and just hanging out over there, waiting for the respawns.
That is a very big kill. Control is the most important thing in this map. And remember, the other team, when you kill your enemies, they're gonna respawn back with 1/3 ammo. So you should probably try to assert yourself some more. They kind of backed off right there. I feel like in this current state of meta for Heist, when you win early control, and you kill your enemies, multiple enemies, try to take advantage of this situation where they aren't, able to defend with much ammo. Don't let them reload back, right?
Yeah, keep them on their heels. Make them have to use that first piece of ammo that they spawn with because you're right up in their face. Makes total sense. At the same time, you have to respect the shield, right? You can't be there too quickly.
Exactly, yeah.
But right now, it looks like we do have IX making that push, but it's going to be who gets that first kill, and it looks like it's Ion Gaming getting that kill. Second is stuck there in the corner, getting beaten up, getting taken out, but Crying Man with that nice snipe of the other Piper. And Pain staying alive. Chepo, the only one up right now for IX Gaming, trying to keep them back, really beating them down pretty nicely. And you just had Brock just rain down on that safe. And also a nice one there by Chepo or Pain.
Yeah. Second connecting his Colette super on the safe. This can deal some significant damage. Looking good for IX so far with 18 seconds. If they can maintain control right now, they're definitely going to get this game in the bag. But if you're Ion Gaming, you got to try to be aggressive here right now. Otherwise, IX is definitely going to take it. Just no time left.
No.
Wow.
That safe being struck from every which angle right now, and that is going to be it. We have IX Gaming tying this one up 1 round, which means to win this set, one of these teams has to win the next one, and one of them most likely will win the next one. If it's going to be IX Gaming, they're going to be moving on with a 2-set lead.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same story. Both of these games, you can just see how important the final 20 seconds of Heist is. You know why it's so important? Because most teams within the rest of the game, right? What they do is they're working on slow control. The final push allows you to be aggressive. It allows you to take greater risks, right? Because if you make those aggressive plays, even if you die, the other team's not going to have enough time to make their final push, right? So it gives you that assertion to go for enough damage and win the game. So that's why you're seeing these aggressive plays at the end of these Heist games.
That's such a great point that you bring up there, Ash, because if you die towards the end, it doesn't matter. They're not going to have time to come back and push. You can really go and attack that safe. And it looks like Pain came through with the B this time as well.
Yeah, definitely. Chepo's going to drop his gadget, that turret slowdown, trying to force Bauhaus to open it. But Bauhaus, he's smart. He's not going to open that because the only thing that's going to do is it's just going to give Chepo an advantage with the walls down. But Chepo, really nice shot right there, able to take Brock out. And then Second and Crying Man with the teamwork to take Pain out. You can just see the teamwork. Look at Crying Man every single time assisting his teammate on the lane to win their matchup.
Yeah, he's just from the center, shooting towards the outside. Really a nice job, as you're saying, with those assists. Pushing Ion back a bit, but not being able to take as much advantage as we'd like to see. All right, we got B trying to make Chepo trying to make his way around the corner. RBM just a sliver of health left, and now Chepo only a sliver of health left.
Yeah, Chepo doing a really good job dodging shots right there against the Piper. The Brock slowing down the Brock. Are you kidding me? Chepo took out the Piper. He's still alive. Did some damage as well. Wow.
Wow, did you see Second get taken out? Looks like he missed on his super right there. and wasn't able to hit Pain with it, just went into the wall.
Yeah, I like how Pain switched to B, but the thing is, who was the difference maker in that second game? It was second in his Colette. So why switch up Colette for B? Still though, it's working out really well for Pain right now. They're getting good control, good damage, and IX is having a very difficult time getting out of this trap.
Yeah, it's crazy that they're, like you said, without the difference maker, they're having more issue right now. And I mean, there's 40 seconds left. Things can change. We've seen that before. And there goes 1 kill right now for IX. That's 2. And now it's a 3-on-1. They can start making that push up the center of the map and start slamming into that safe. There's a Colette super into it as well.
Yeah, I didn't really like what Barhaz did right there. Just went full aggro, suicided, giving them full control, and now an ability to get even more damage. When one of your teammates dies, you don't want to rush. You want to try to maintain some level of control to allow your teammate to get back in play, right? So now this just gives IX an opportunity to get enough damage with just 10 seconds left. Remember, it allows you to be aggressive. It allows you to make these risky plays, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to be able to get it.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You mentioned it. You said it, and it happened again. Being able to get that final push and pull in the win, which means set number 2 also is going to be there for IX. And Varum, come on back, man. Let's see what you have to say about that. They let it go from their grasp. Ion.
I think Ash in the moment called it out so well. The last player that was holding mid control that fell got a little bit too aggressive, just could have backed up, could have reset with the team. Instead, they died. It was a double kill situation. They staggered the respawns, which, as Ash mentioned before, with the limited ammo on spawn, makes it incredibly difficult. And just like that, the floodgates opened back up, and that's all IX Gaming needed to push on in. Such phenomenal Piper play from the middle, and Chepo stepped up in that round number 3 in a way we haven't seen yet. We're often talking about second, we're often talking about Crying Man, but I think Chepo was really the unsung hero of this set for sure. Echo.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to take control. I mean, Ash said it, that Ion Gaming had that control. He was surprised with the composition that they were able to come through and have that type of dominance, but IX Gaming had what it took to turn it around, even though they were really pinned back and unable to gain that ground control and push their way forward. And in the last what, 10 seconds, they went suicide on that safe and were able to get enough damage to pull in the win.
That's big. You don't want to suicide when there's that much time left on the clock, right? There was like 30 seconds left when Barhaz decided, let's go in for some damage, 2 quick shots, trading damage for, just giving away control and giving IX the final push. Every single game we've seen in this Heist matchup came down to the final push, the final 10 seconds, right?
And it just means that every single time I'm sitting back here just doing a lot of those behind the scenes, because it has come down to the wire so many times, and I don't really expect that to change. But that was absolutely huge. That was an opportunity there for Ion to tie things up 1-1. That was an opportunity there for them to just continue to get back in this set. Now IX Gaming is in a pretty commanding position, and I can't really say that I'm surprised. But we'll see if they can continue here. We'll see if we see another sweep. Let's find out.
Something that Ion did show was that they have the skill that they need. They just made small mistakes which really swayed the matches or swayed the rounds, but they do have what it takes to be able to get these wins. Now we're into Siege. It's all about the bolt controls, we said before. And right now we have IX Gaming with pretty dominant control of the center of the map. Again, it's early, so it's too early to tell.
Yeah, so it looks like IX is going to get the first push. Chepo's going to be able to finish off the Sprout right now. This is pretty bad for Ion Gaming. Not winning first bot is a big deal right now, mainly because you don't have the best composition for defense. And if you don't have the best composition for defense, it's also going to be hard to get control back. And so IX is in pretty much prime position right now to hold control and win the game. As you can see, Sprout having a hard time just winning that lane, getting control back. It's going to be difficult for Ion to overcome here.
Yeah, but look at Crying Man in the center of the map, just completely grabbing those bolts as well. Now trying to stay back a little bit. Oh, nice job by Second grabbing that bolt as well, trying to sneak one in there. Oh,
yep. But IX is going to get the second push as well. So here, Ion Gaming again put back on defense. And look at that. They got a Sprout and Piper. Like I said, even from that first push, they don't have the best defensive comp. So again, they're going to have a hard time stopping them from completely obliterating them here.
No, and very good chance that that's going to be it right here.
Yeah.
Possibly not. It looks like Sprout's trying.
That will be. That will be. They just don't have the defense to stop that. So if I'm Ion Gaming, I would definitely rethink the comp that I'm running right there. Like I understand that, maybe the Sprout pick was kind of a counter pick, expecting them to go, fragile, low HP brawlers, but it didn't work out for them. They were just lacking defense there. I liked what Chepo had there. He had Amber. Amber is your high damage dealer, right? She's your offense, and she's also really good on defense. Whereas if you looked at Ion's comp, what's their offense? Piper? Okay, she's your highest DPS brawler, right? Stu? Nope. Sprout? Nope. Those are low DPS brawlers. They don't have the reload speed. They don't have the damage to get that done. So you're gonna struggle on defense. You're gonna struggle on offense. You're gonna struggle on control. So yeah, Ion has things to work on with their comp, I feel like.
I love when you get going, Ash, and get on your educational kick right there. Well said. But I mean, I feel like we're always saying this though, that people or certain teams are choosing comps that just can't defend, assuming that they're going to get the offensive push in the control of the center and that they're not going to have to defend. And a lot of times when that happens, it doesn't go in their favor.
And this is where experience is just so important, especially for these, top teams. Ajax, they've been playing together for over a year, right? These players, they have so much experience, right? Especially at the top level. You have to make adjustments, right? Adjustments are imperative. And so having experience with every single brawler is so important, right? Otherwise, how are you going to make that adjustment? How are you going to switch a brawler to we're losing against Stu here. We need a counter. But, who's our Ruffs player? Stuff like that you have to work on as a team.
RBM brings Carl in this time around, switching things up a little bit, and Amber still in play with Chepo over here for IX Gaming. And remember, guys, we are looking at round number 2 of set number 3, all in favor of IX Gaming.
Yeah,
a win here is IX.
Yeah, if you're asking me, even though Ion got the first push here, I'm kind of worried about them. I don't like the Carl pick, mainly because Carl, again, in an open area right here, Carl's going to struggle so much on defense. So if IX can, if they can get the final push, they're going to be in a great position to win this game. Even if they can't get the first push, even if they can get the second push, I feel like just having Amber is going to be a big advantage for them.
Well, we're going to see for sure. I do like how Ion Gaming was able to open up that wall, so if they do get that second push, the bot can jump right in. But I also like how that bush was thrown in front to redirect the bot. Was really a nice play.
Yep. So looking really good for Ion Gaming. RBM doing a magnificent job with Carl. Now, if Ion Gaming if they want to win this, they got to maintain this control. We know that IX is going to be able to defend this push. It's going to come down to whether they can get the final push. If they can keep control. And they're in really good position because look at IX Gaming. They've only secured 2 bolts.
Yeah. Yep. Ion Gaming able to pick up 3 bolts already. They can kind of just hang out in the center right now, do the same thing, maintain that position, and over the next 30 seconds, maintain that bolt control. But second and squad are going to try and do everything that they can to regain that control of the center. But right now, look at this pain-grabbing bolts. RBM, Baraha, the same. They're maintaining the control they need to.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult for IX Gaming to get control back here, especially with that Carl using that wall staying behind. And IX,
I don't know.
They did get control. Ooh, no, they're not gonna be able to. No, there's no way. Not gonna be able to accumulate enough bolts to get the final push. So Ion Gaming getting all 3 pushes with their offense, full offense composition. They had very little defense with the comp they were running. Like a Sprout's not going to be able to use a wall to block a bot on this particular map. Carl is going to struggle heavily on defense in an open area. And then, Piper's your best bet. So if IX had gotten 1 push, they could have won this game, but they couldn't. Ion Gaming, all 3 pushes. Wow, dominated.
Yeah, I mean, Ion did what they needed to do. Like you just mentioned, they dominated, which is not what we were expecting to see because they really haven't been in a dominant position the entire evening so far in this entire match, but they were there. So they have to do one more to maintain, to stay in there.
If you're asking me, I was kind of surprised Second stuck with Sprout. Sure, it worked out that first game, but you're kind of like, Sprout is more of like a surprise pick. You don't want to use him 2 times in a row. And I feel like that if he had went with a brawler like Stu or Max, right? Max is available, remember?
Right.
They would have done a lot better. Those speed brawlers just give Sprout in open area trouble. So I feel like he maybe should have switched there, because a lack of bolt picker is what lost them the game. They couldn't grab the bolts.
Right. Well, there's another round incoming, because we're tied at 1-1. Again, we're in set number 3. So if IX Gaming wins this one upcoming, they're going to take the entire match. So Ion's fighting with everything that they have to stay alive. They have a mountain ahead of them. They have to win the next 3 sets in a row, including this one. We're going to see if they're going to start that out right now, start that climb. It's a big journey, but they can do it. They've shown promise. They just showed it in that last round.
Yeah. We know RBM is a very good Piper player, and he's going to stay with Piper. You already know that. So if you're IX, you want to somehow maybe switch the Sprout. That's what I feel like. I feel like the issue was the Sprout. So let's see if Second does that. Does he switch?
Let's see a Max. Oh, Brian coming with Colette. Oh, look at this, the Max.
Second going with the Max, yeah. I love the comp that IX is running right here. Poco is a very underrated brawler, especially on this map. Open area map, constant heal and speed. This is going to be really good for IX for picking up bolts. But the main issue is going to be defense. Do they have what it takes to defend? But remember, you don't need to defend if you can get all 3 waves.
Yeah, look at this. And Max still grabbing bolts after getting that first pitches, that first push. Second, I really like that. I really like that he was more thinking about bolts than thinking about the push. Let this push go, but can maintain that center control. Crying Man, Second, and Chepo all just hanging out in the center.
I think they're definitely going to be able to maintain control. Crying Man is going to destroy that Carl. Carl has a hard time against Colette. Not only that constant heal and speed support, it's going to be so hard for Sprout to shoot. It's going to be so hard for Piper to shoot and just get enough damage to overcome this. So IX is in a very, very good position. If you ask me, I feel like Ion Gaming should not have used the same comp twice. Because every time we've seen, like, you run the same comp twice, things don't work out very well.
Yeah, we're seeing that for sure.
It just makes it easy.
I'm so impressed with Second and just how that speed buff is just completely changing. It's so fun to watch because everything is so fast. Now they got that push on that turret yet again. Colette, we got Max on it as well. It looks like it may be going down right here.
That's going down. Yeah, remember what I said in the previous game? Ion Gaming's comp had no defense, and this is where we're seeing it. That one push finished it right there. They had nothing to stop it, right? They won that second game thanks to them getting all 3 waves. But again, their comp pretty easily countered right there by the speed support of Max, second best, and then Chepo and the constant heal support. It was just too much for Ion Gaming. IX with the clean sweep.
Yeah, another clean sweep. Another clean sweep. And I'm telling you right now, we have IX completely taking that match, which is putting them, if I have my math correct, it's going to put them to 4-1, with Ion Gaming going down to 1-4. Let's bring back in Verum, see if he was impressed with that final round as I was.
100%. 100%. That Max, oh my goodness. Just all over the place, breaking ankles out there. The second you think that you have a bead on where Second's gone, nah. It's just all over. But of course, this is back where it started. Fantastic mid control. Second, once again, playing well. This time as the anchor player. I love the fact, Ash, that we see members of IX Gaming playing brawlers on different maps that have very different roles. It really shows just how flexible this team is.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you have to be able to be at this, high level stage. You gotta be able to play everything. You gotta be, a multifaceted player. Can't be a one-trick pony, right? And that's what allows them to bring in like all these comps, different compositions, brawlers, right? Whereas if you're looking at Ion, right, you're seeing RBM run Piper multiple times. It kind of makes you predictable, right? So definitely something for Ion to maybe work on more different brawlers, so you're not as predictable as you were in these matchups.
Yeah, Ash, you're dropping knowledge bombs tonight, man, and I'm loving it. I mean, being able to play a wider diversity and being just feeling that confident with your wide diversity completely leaves it up in the air, and your opponent's not going to know what to expect out of you. But you said it well, Crying Man, one of the best Piper players, making people believe and know or kind of predict that he's going to be playing the Piper. Man, I'm loving the knowledge bombs. But yes, overall, IX Gaming looking fire so far tonight. And Ion, they showed little bursts of flame here, but the flames quickly went out, and IX Gaming was able to just run away with it.
And I think that sort of touches on what we said at the top of this round. It really just this idea that Ion has these again, high highs and low lows.
Right.
And again, it's not like they couldn't take a single round. It's not like they were getting completely dominated. And they're even some of the ones they lost were close. It's just being able to chain them together, being a little bit smarter, and maybe on the band side as well. Maybe target picking some of those bands a little bit better. Maybe taking another step to think, how are we going to line up this composition? When is it time to change? When is it time to stick with our guns? A lot of outstanding questions, but we'll see if we get any answers, at least an answer involving Tribe Gaming, as we have an interview with Corey during this next break and more amazing matchups. We'll see you in a few. Hey, Corey, thanks so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. First and foremost, congratulations. You guys are currently undefeated so far in our ESL Mobile Challenge. Again, I think a lot of folks had some pretty high expectations for you coming into this. Does it feel good to know that, at least for now, you've lived up to those expectations?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good to get a 3-0 start in the challenge, but there's still a lot of matches to go, so we definitely have some tough opponents coming up, but it definitely feels good to have a good start.
How important is it in a competition like this that's over a span of weeks to not get complacent? Because I think for a lot of folks, it maybe be easy to sort of rest on your laurels a little bit, but I feel like that's not how you guys approach the game.
No, we definitely don't approach it that way. I mean, if you get complacent, you're going to start losing, and it's just really not an option for us. We do not want to lose. We all hate losing, so we've had a little bit of a taste of a couple losses here and there, and so we don't want any more. So we're just going to keep grinding it out every single week.
Absolutely. And, obviously we've got a chance to see all the other teams compete a few times now. Who are the teams that are really standing out to you? And are there any teams you feel like aren't necessarily living up to their potential that you're scared to see if they start, really going off?
I mean, honestly, there's the two big teams, IX and STMN. Aqua as well, though, has been performing. They're 3-0 right now, so they're another team to keep an eye out for. And we actually face all three of them in the upcoming weeks, so should be some good matches. I mean, all three of those matches should be pretty solid.
I do tend to agree. I'm definitely looking forward to that and seeing who will continue to remain undefeated. Either case, best of luck in your matches this week.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the broadcast here for the ESL Mobile Challenge. I'm Inverum, joined by Echo and Ash. We just saw our second match done and dusted once again, with IX Gaming coming out on top. But now we get to look forward a little bit here towards Tribe Gaming and STMN, two teams who have done quite well for themselves. Tribe Gaming, of course, still remaining undefeated. Echo, there's a chance that could end today, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing some great stuff out of Stamina Esports. Tribe as well, though, but Stamina trying to climb themselves out of the lower portion of these leaderboards. Tribe trying to stay on top. Notice IX Gaming did take the lead because they had more victories, but Tribe wants to stay undefeated. Ash, is that going to be able to happen?
It's definitely one of the premier matches tonight. I feel like if you're Stamina Esports, you got to ride the wave, especially that first matchup where you won. I feel like they're more warmed up. Maybe this is their opportunity to get a win over Tribe. But Tribe is just looking too good.
And as, of course, as you can see, they're looking pretty solid. As you can see there, of course, on the screen, Coordinated Thugs had a win. That's because, unfortunately, IX Academy was unable to field their roster. Something about a player on an airplane. Don't have all the details. Not important. All we know is that Coordinated Thugs did end up getting their first win, but it also means that we're going to be able to catch our Tribe Gaming Aqua matchup on the broadcast later on, which is going to be quite interesting, as Tribe Gaming, of course, is one of these teams that a lot of folks have their eyes on. And Ash, let's take a look at exactly how they're going to be playing here up against Stamina.
Yeah, it looks like Tribe banning Poco and Gene. Interesting bans. That means we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Bell, right? Another team banning Bell. On STMN Stamina's side, we got Sprout and Crow banned. I love the Crow ban. Just another brawler, just really hard to deal with. Meaning maybe Stamina again gonna play with the speed type of tempo. We'll have to see.
You know, something worth noting here, and it's about Coordinated Thugs. They jumped up 2 spots on the rankings just because of that IX not being able to play. So that's kind of a big deal too. But looking at the roster here for Tribe in Verum.
Yeah, I mean, these are all players who have made massive names for themselves. They're undefeated for a reason. They all have their individual fan bases and followings, and are always players we have to keep our eyes on. But players I couldn't take my eyes off of in that match earlier was Stamina Esport. Alec in particular, really, look, things are going to get interesting in this one because, again, a lot of folks still have Tribe Gaming as the favorites in this. But we both predicted, Ash, if folks head over to Twitter, on ESL Mobile on Twitter, we both predicted some upsets potentially for Tribe. And this was actually the one that you predicted.
Yeah, I feel like this is Stamina's moment. They got to prove themselves, and maybe we're gonna see first blood on Tribe Gaming today, right? It's definitely a very exciting matchup, though.
Yeah, you said it before, Ash. The premier matchup of the night, and what you're predicting here, what you're saying is that Stamina needs to do it. So why not do it against one that's looked at as the best?
Definitely.
I can't argue with that. At the end, somebody's got to be the best. And in order to become the best, you got to beat the best. And of course, what all these teams are fighting for is the top 4, making it on to our ESL Mobile Challenge Finals. Only the top 4 teams will advance on to that. We're more than halfway through now, getting into week number 3. So we're getting down to the wire. While every match is important from start to finish, that's how a round robin works. The later you get on in the competition, the more important the matches feel. The more pressure you feel. And it's being able to perform under pressure that I'm looking for from both of these teams. But they are consummate professionals having played on the world stage. So I can't say that I'm expecting them to crumble by any means, Echo, because let's be honest, these guys know what's up.
I was just going to say, these guys don't feel pressure. These guys are top tier players. What is pressure? They come out and they perform no matter what is going on. And obviously that's not true. There's definitely pressure. But you mentioned it. As you get further and further into the round robin event, you know, if you're sitting towards that lower portion of the bracket, or if you're right in the middle, you really want to make sure that you move your way up to those top 4. And let's see who is going to cushion themselves or move themselves up in the standings. This is going to be Tribe Gaming in blue, or is it going to be Stamina Esports up top in the red, starting out right now with Bounty.
Yeah, looking really good for Tribe Gaming already. They got the lead and they got the blue star. But I feel like the Nanny plays are going to be so important this game. Just getting Nanny supers and then constantly using it to go after the enemy Piper, I feel like it's going to be big. So watch out for that.
Hey, very well may. I mean, we got 2 long range, and you got the spammer, which is that tick in the center. Looks like pretty similar compositions going on from both teams here. Who is gonna play it the best? And I love how it's just, you know, kind of safe play. Here comes one of those nannies coming in on the Piper down on Tyrant.
He's gonna get it.
He got it. He did.
What
Big
a quick
change.
turnaround by Stamina right there. Now they're in control. 4-star lead, and they've got the blue star.
That was a really
That guy's-
nice super right there.
Yeah, like I said, watch out for the Nanny supers. Nanny's gonna grab it. She's gonna stay back. Look, Tooney's got the Nanny super again. Guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna camp at the back, use his super, and go after Tyrant. Look at it. Is he gonna connect? He's gonna connect again. Precision by Tooney.
Wow, nice stuff for sure, and definitely the game changer so far in this round. But the round isn't over, although it's looking really good for Stamina. They're in good position, and oh, here we go. We got one coming in from Tribe. Is he gonna be able to?
Ooh.
He hits home, but doesn't take him out.
Yeah, just not enough damage right there to take out Tooney. But look, this is a bad position for Stamina to be in. Spawn trapped. If they can get a team wipe right here, Tribe can definitely escape with a win. But very nice kill by OG. And that's going to secure it, because even if he dies, they're still going to win. Very well
Wow.
played.
So, hey, listen, we talked about beating the best. If you want to be the best, and Stamina Esports coming out swinging right there, taking round 1 of what could be very many more rounds to come inside of this, because as you mentioned, 2 premier teams, the premier matchup of the evening, or one of them. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not looking at any jokers here. These guys know how to play.
Definitely. I think the difference maker there was Tooney and his Nanny. He got 2 kills before Zulan. Zulan didn't get a single one with his Nanny. Maybe at the end he got one, but not with this super. So that's a big difference maker. You got to watch out for Nanny, the strongest brawler on Shooting Star.
Yeah, well, let's see whose Nanny is going to be the dominant one this time around. Tooney really was impressive with it, and you called it, and it happened. But Zulan right now getting the first Nanny shot of the match. And look at this, 1 kill going in there in favor of Tribe.
Yeah, that was big. OG got taken out, so that gives Tribe the lead. And not only that, Zulan got a clean shot on the opposing Nanny, and that means Zulan is in control, having more of his supercharge than Tooney. So Zulan's going to be most likely going to be the first one to get his super ready. I think he just needs 1 more hit. So this is really bad looking for Stamina. Even though they're only down 1 star, they're in a pretty bad position.
Yeah, it's early yet, but also we've seen turnarounds, and here we go. Here comes one. Boom.
There's the super from Zulan, and then you can see Corey constantly throwing his... I can't believe Tooney made that escape through the minds of Corey. Wow.
Yeah, he snuck his way through for sure, going through that maze of mines, and again, Zulan not able to capitalize off the super. He did strike, but he wasn't able to take him down.
Yeah, so but on the bright side, Tooney still hasn't been able to get his super. And I think Zulan again just needs 1 more shot. And there, you can see Zulan got his super. Tooney doesn't, and this is gonna give Zulan a big advantage. But I'm not sure why Zulan keeps targeting the enemy Nanny when he can easily destroy Piper with just 1 super. I feel like Zulan might wanna target Piper instead in that situation.
That's not making sense to me at all either. I have no idea why he is. It seems that's the 3rd time he was struck with the super, and he hasn't been taken down yet. Zulan is getting them. He's getting the advantage, but he's not getting the kill.
Look at Tooney now. He's gonna back up with his Nanny, and now you know what Tooney's gonna do. He's gonna go for Tyrant. That's who he's been hunting down every single time. He's gonna go across. He's gonna get him. Tyrant's gonna jump up. He's gonna dodge it. But look at Corey. Corey solo 100. Oh, 1 second, and Corey was able to stay alive with just 152 health. And wow, Tribe escaping with the win right there. Very fortunate for them.
I'll tell you what, 2-1, that may have been one of the most exciting things we've seen tonight, and there was very little actual killing going on. Just the evading and the dodging and the Piper jump over the top. Super exciting to watch. So so right now we have a 1 round to 1 round in this set. Really impressive stuff out of Tribe. I want to see who was playing Nani for Tribe?
So Zulan playing Nanny for Tribe, and Tooney playing Nanny for Stamina. So again, let's see, does Zulan get the upper hand this time again? It all comes down to getting those shots. with your
Yeah,
nanny.
they're 1-for-1 right now, and I just want to see him target someone else with that super rather than targeting Toonie. Toonie is getting the advantage right here.
Because if you're a nanny and you use your super on the opposing nanny, they're going to use the return to sender shield, 80% damage shield, and you're not going to get the upper hand that way. Toonie with just 2 health able to destroy Zulan, so he gets the upper hand. You know why? Because he died as he got the kill, meaning he got the 3 stars, whereas Zulan only managed to get... I mean, no, Zulan got the 3 star, whereas Toonie was only able to get 2 stars.
Yeah, and Toonie used the super. Tyrant was able to evade it, though. I'm assuming that he jumped over with the super for Piper. Never was able to capitalize off of that as well. I'm assuming that Tyrant is just gonna hold that super for Piper to get over those Toonie's super.
Yeah, Bobby was in a really bad position, but look at Zulan. He's so low. He's going to be able to escape with the 2 kills. Toonie's doing his best to support, and he's got his super, but still another kill by Tyrant and his Piper, giving them a big 9-star lead. There's the Nani super coming around. He's going to come back. Is he going to target? Oh, unable to connect to Tyrant before it disintegrates. Ouch.
Wow, super. Tyrant is looking really fresh this round right now. Getting kills, evading being killed. Here comes a Tickhead, taking down the Tickhead as well. Stamina trying to do everything that they can to beat down on Tyrant, but it looks like the lead is going heavily in favor of Tribe right now. Can they maintain in the last 11 seconds of this round?
Yeah, and you can see just a constant poke by Corey and his mines to keep Bobby back, not allowing him to get Tyrant, and just Tyrant just playing it so well with his Piper, and then of course Zulan getting so many stars with his nanny. He just completely turned it around after that first game where he got outmatched by Toonie and his nanny. Turned it completely around, outplaying Toonie every other game. Very well played by Tribe right there. Wow.
Let's bring back Inverum. It seemed like Stamina had Tribe's number round 1. Round 2 was just crazy tight, and then Tribe had Stamina's number in round number 3. It was an exciting one, Inverum.
It was, and it was such an interesting sort of rock, paper, scissors matchup because it felt like the second one player or one team got an advantage, the other one would step up, which is always so interesting, especially just in these sort of mirror matchups. It's really interesting to see how both teams play it because it comes down to one player having to step up, and we did see it. The big thing, though, of course, you're talking about is these nanny ults coming, or these nanny supers, I should say. And it's so interesting because every single time that Stamina Esports tried to target Tyrant, we saw this. He would just super himself jump right over it. So while it's like on the other side, it's not being effective because it's just targeting the opposing team's Nani, which is not very effective against it. We also showed that it's not necessarily effective targeting the Piper either. So it was sort of this like weird matchup of like, will they, won't they? Who will be able to connect? Who will be able to hit those frame perfect, those iframes? And in the end, Tribe just outgunned him a little bit better. That moment there at the end where the second Stamina Esports got the blue star, it went whoop, whoop, and just right back across to Tribe as Piper got the kill. It was pretty funny. Those are the moments that we love watching competitive Brawl Stars. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I couldn't stop looking at some of those Piper plays. I believe it was Tyrant. He was just continuously dodging the Nani super. And Ash was talking about how that's the game changer, the Nani super.
Yep.
In round number 1, it was the game changer, just taking down Piper. But Tyrant learned his lesson quickly and then was just dodging for the final 2 rounds. Really impressive on the defensive, on the dodging, the evading, at least for me as a viewer, Ash.
Yeah, fast learner. He got his super. He knew that the way to avoid Nanny super is get your own Piper super. Hold on to it. Don't use it. Use it to avoid getting supered by the enemy Nanny. Just really nice adjustments by Tribe so quickly, right? They just turned it around very, very quick.
And it was interesting because it was one of those moments where they realized they were outgunning their opponents, so they just needed to make sure that they could keep the super economy in line. And you really saw that happening there, just keeping such a good, tally of who was where, what gadgets have been used, and Tribe just played the economy game a little bit better, just eking out those small advantages, being able to build up a pretty big star lead. And just the way they're able to play together always impresses me. Like, we saw moments where they'd force one player back with the throwers, and then the second they try and reposition where you have to, Piper is there. And the second Piper comes, he's like, I can't do anything. You're back into a corner. It's like, pick your poison. How do you want to die?
Right. Yeah, you could also see like Bobby was a lot of times he was pushed beyond that wall, right? and that allowed Corey to constantly poke him with the mines, and Bobby was unable to break that wall. Why? Because if he uses his Piper super, he now becomes vulnerable to Nani super, right? So it was just so well played by Tribe, knowing that, you know, they can't really do what they want, knowing that their Nani's gonna hunt them down if Zulan is the first to get his Nani super.
Yeah, I feel like
paper scissors.
Stamina was
Just
kind of
saying.
like backed in a corner with how they could handle that. And I mean, Tribe with so many weapons, because of the versatility of those brawlers and being able to play every different ability that they have to basically the fullest. We talked about that in the previous match, how being able to play that brawler diversity, being able to play certain brawlers well. Well, why don't we get into set number 2? Remember, we have Tribe up 1-0. That's 1 set on their way to taking the match, but we're going to see if Stamina Esports is going to let that happen as we get into some gem grab.
Yeah, very interesting composition choice by Stamina, using Stu as their gem carrier. But they got 2 aggro brawlers in Rosa and Mortis. So this is going to be a very back and forth, aggressive style play game by Stamina.
Yeah, and I saw Zulan getting some nice shots off there, but not enough. Very close, but not enough to take down OG from Tribe.
Tuni would
From
have to play
Stamina.
this. Tuni would have to play this game very, like, he would have to play it perfectly with Rosa. He's in a pretty bad mismatch. Anytime Zulan gets his super with Bell, he's going to target Tony. And then, of course, Tyron can constantly bounce his shots all over the place to get Rosa. So it's a difficult matchup for Tuni. Bobby's going to come in from behind. And now this puts Zulan in pressure mode, because he's going to need to now back up, because otherwise Bobby's going to be able to get a quick kill. Tyron quick super to finish Bobby off, and now Tribe just 1 gem away from taking the countdown.
Yeah, Zulan really impressive, holding his place right there in the middle, making sure that the grass is clear. And notice right now, Rosa is sneaking on in there. Stu going to be taken down as well by Tuni. Tyrant going to be making his way up as well, trying to clear the way. Zulan holding on to quite a number of gems. There's a Mortis.
Whoa, Bobby with the Mortis, unable to stay alive, just 1 hit away from taking Zulan out. That was a pretty big missed opportunity by Bobby and his Mortis. Now, if you're Stamina, you can't give them that last gem. You can't give them that gem. Corey wants it, but he knows that Bobby's waiting to push in right here. That's what Bobby's gonna do, be able to take him out, allowing OG to possibly grab the gem. He knows he needed to, but he missed it. It's fine though. They got to take out Tyrant, and Bobby does have his Coil Snake ready to push in with his Mortis.
Oh,
He's gonna use, not gonna be able to take out Zulan, and then Tuni's gonna back up. Not what they want, because they're not gonna be able to get enough gems to tie it up. So Tribe taking that one. Wow.
Yeah, dealing with some pressure right there in the end. A few more seconds, it may have been a little bit different, but Tribe was able to retreat back, to stay safe just long enough to hold on to those gems.
Yeah.
Really well played right there in the center of the map, using that bell. It was impressive. I liked sitting back and watching that. It was just on point.
Yeah. Man, the thing about Mortis these days is if you're going to die, especially, you know, we saw how Bobby died early on in the game, he's going to reload back. It takes so long to fully reload now, because you only come back with 1/3 ammo. And then you gotta also load up Coil Snake. So it takes a very long time for you to prepare and then make a push. And that's why in this entire game, we only saw Bobby make how many pushes with Mortis? Like only 2 pushes, right? It's just not enough aggression with this type of composition anymore to win. Especially also having OG play Stu as your mid, as your gem carrier against the Bell matchup. That is very difficult. You have no range to overcome that mismatch.
That's the one brawl that I think was just not making a difference. Like, we saw Mortis putting some pressure.
Yeah.
We saw Stu doing okay, but the Rosa seemed to really just never make any big differences in the match, and it was because of that range. They were just able to stay out of range of her.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, the job for Tuni there was basically to act as a distraction, push him back, having that, you know, health to push the enemy back, distract, for Bobby to then make an aggressive play where they're like all low on ammo, right? They're going to focus their attention on the Rosa. Bobby comes in, swooping in, and getting some kills. Unfortunately, OG was just the whole game. He was unable to support them. Why? Because he doesn't have the range to get there, right? So I really didn't like the Stu pick, because if OG's going to pick the gems, he's going to be useless, because he's not going to make any aggressive, risky plays giving up those gems, right?
Yeah, it sounds like you have it all under control. And now look at this. 3 long-range brawlers here for Stamina Esports. Coming in with Rico, they're coming in with the Bell, and coming in with Piper as well. And Stu now being played by Corey.
Yeah, if you're asking me, I feel like it's tough for Stamina for OG, who's running Bell right there, because you're going to need to open up this map in order for Bell to thrive. Looking really good for Bobby, though. He's hitting his shots, getting some gems. It's still going to be back and forth, though. It's going to come down to whether you get those key kills.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we just saw some nice ones again from Zulon. Zulon has been fairly dominant here, holding down the middle of the map. It's probably been the player that I'm enjoying watch most so far in Gem Grab. But
another thing you want to pay attention was like when Bobby opened up that wall, he destroyed that mid wall, and because he destroyed that mid wall, Tyrant's gonna have a hard time bouncing his shots, and this gives OG an opportunity to 1v1 this Rico in an open area.
Yeah,
as I'm saying that though, Tyrant has won his thing. Oh man, he's just so good.
And Tooney struggling to take down Zulon, putting a lot of effort into it, but able to retreat and not lose life of his own. Tooney's backed into the backfield there though, but Tyrant's going to be coming around that corner to try and help up with the support. 5 gems right now for Tribe.
Yeah, still looking good for Stamina. If they can... Oh, that was a big shot by Bobby. That's going to force Zulon back. And now Bobby just needs one more gem. The next gem's going to spawn in their side. If you guys didn't know how gems spawn. So as you can see, it's going to spawn right next to them. If they can pick up that gem, Stamina can start the countdown and they can win it right now. They don't have to grab any more gem. They can just let the game unfold right now, which is 12 seconds. Just keep the enemy back. And they can definitely escape with the win here.
And Piper with that super in hand as well to escape if need be, but it's just Zulon. It's going to be Zulon on Piper, and Piper takes down Zulon on the way, and that is going to be a win of that round for Stamina Esports. Not giving this up easy. They're here to fight.
Yeah, Bobby played that Piper so well that game, getting so many hits, constantly supporting his teammates by helping them on their lanes, opening up that wall to prevent the Rico from bouncing his shots and getting the advantage over Bell. That is just brilliant.
Yeah, it was definitely nice, and what I like here is that there's no rolling over, right? They're fighting to be part of this. So we're sitting at right now 1-1, 1 round each, and now it's coming down to this final round. If Tribe is going to be able to grab this round number 3, it's going to be 2 sets for them, which is not the position Stamina wants to be in. And you know, round number 1, I mean, set number 1. We had Stamina taking one of those rounds, not just giving a 2-0 to Tribe.
Yeah, and like if you're asking me, I feel like Stamina is best when they play their long range game. Like this game, I feel like that's when they're at their best. Like OG's really good with sharpshooters, right? Bobby's really good with the sharpshooters as well. The Piper plays. I feel like that's what they need to focus more on, is what they're best at, right?
Well, if that's their game, if their long range game is what they do, then that's what they should come in with. But I'm assuming that Tribe does their homework and they know this as well. So I mean,
if I'm Tribe, right? If I'm Tribe, how do I counteract the sharpshooters? Maybe I'm not sure if Tribe has a player that is as like a Mortis player, right? I'm not sure if they have one because I've never seen them pull out a Mortis. So we'll have to see. What do they do? Do they, go in with like a Sprout? Sprout is really good against these low HP brawlers. But then again, guess what? Stamina banned Tribe, and I think this is why they knew that. Hey, we take out Sprout. It's gonna allow these brawlers, sharpshooters, to thrive, and this is our game, the sharpshooting game. So, great job by Stamina to ban Sprout and take advantage of that. Right?
Yeah, good call. Good remembering that for sure. But
right, I just remembered.
Yep, it's out of the mix, so it can't be thrown in there. But I mean, do you think Tribe is going to want to come in with their long-range game themselves and try and outplay on the long? I think so. Why don't we just find out right now? Yeah, we do have.
I was going to say, Zulon's one of the best Piper players, so it's no surprise to see him play Piper. Zulon and Bobby, 2 of the best Piper players in North America, battling it out right here. Zulon's going to get the upper hand this time, but is he going to be able to maintain? He's going to get another shot on OG. Oh, man, Zulon with the snipes.
Zulon, whether it be Bell or Piper, really nice and solid with that long range. That's who my eye is on right now. But Tooney dropping some shots right there, trying to get Corey into a bad situation, although Corey is able to stay alive, dodging all those shots. Zulon.
Tooney's got it. Yeah, as I was going to say, Tooney's got to be careful. He's one shot away from dying. He's got to be very careful right there. There's the kill, and that's a big kill by Zulon because that's got to give him opportunity to get control, grab a couple more gems. And now he's at 6 gems. This is a big lead for Tribe Gaming. In a mirror-type matchup like this, grabbing those gems is imperative.
Yeah, and Zulon is just eyeing, frothing at the bit right now, looking at those gems in the center, but being safe, being careful, grabbing one at a time when it's safe. Tooney trying to use those walls again with that ricochet, and Stu going down.
That's a big kill by Tooney, but again, he's got to be careful. He's at very low HP, so if he does not heal, he's going to get sniped by Piper. You don't want to risk dying in this position, so got to be careful, got to dodge those shots, got to prevent Corey from one-shotting you as well. This is going to be a close game.
Zulon sneaking up for another gem right there quickly, but he's going to be able to...
And then Tyrant
nice
with the
shot
kill.
by Zulon.
They're going to be able to grab the 10th gem, and that might do it. That might give Tribe the win, especially with Tooney down. I don't see how Stamina is going to have enough time to make a big play. Tooney does have his super. Not going to be able to get Tyrant on time, and that's going to do it. Wow.
Wow, yeah, wow for sure. Really impressive. My eyes were pretty much glued to Zulon with his long Piper plays and just the sneak up, grab a gem, come on back. Sneak up, grab a gem, come on back. Really precision. Beautiful.
That's what you gotta do. In a mirror Piper versus Piper matchup, picking those gems is critical. It gives you the upper hand.
Yeah, I mean, in Varum, come on back. And how do you enjoy? Do you enjoy that long range play as much as I do?
Oh, for sure, because every single shot is so impactful. They're all glass cannons. That Piper shot connects, and it's just, well, bam, that HP bar is gone. One of the big things I noticed, especially in that last one there, because you're right, Echo, I had my eyes glued to Zulon's play as well, is that he's so decisive about when he steps up for a gem. He's literally timing out the shots from his opponents on this here, and we can see it specifically in this last one. Watch what happens when Stamina goes and takes these shots. Only then will Zulon go up and pick up any of those gems, but he does it so specifically to avoid getting double teamed from his opponents. And of course, throughout the rest of it, obviously we're hyping up Zulon that entire time, but it's only because he's enabled by Corey, by Tyrant Star, because of these amazing players on the flanks holding down their lanes. It's the only reason Zulon's able to play as stellar as he is. So it's very much a team effort there from Tribe, who are sitting in a pretty darn good position now. Ash, they are feeling solid after that last one.
That was a big win for sure, because they really needed that to get the 2-0. Had they lost that game, it would have been a 1-1 series now, right? So that was a big win for them. Zulon hitting some really nice shots. Man, they're just they're just on their mojo right now, right?
But Stamina has been looking good. They haven't had enough to close it out, but they've been definitely showing some signs of strength and that they have what it takes. But they have a mountain ahead of them right now. They have to win the next 3 sets in a row, with Tribe only needing to win one of them. I mean, could it be done? Of course. I mean, Ash said it himself that Stamina is one of the best in the game. So if any team can do it, it could be them. I guess it comes to now. Let's see if this is where it's all going to start. And let's do it here with a little bit of Brawl Ball. I haven't seen much of this yet tonight.
Yeah, Backyard Bowl is the map, so it's another open, long-range combat map. So we're going to be seeing sharpshooters battling it out again. Zulon with Piper, and this time we've got Bobby switching over to Brock. Already a great start for Tribe, by the way. They got a 3v2 here. If they can double team and take out OG, it's going to be a big advantage. And if Zulon can get his super, or even Tyrant can use his gadget to open up the mid wall, Tribe is going to be in a very good... Oh, that was a great super by Tyrant. Unfortunately, didn't break the wall, but he doesn't need to. He can just get his gadget back again for another attack on that mid wall. Let's see if that's what he does here. Okay, wow. Those are some really nice shots by Zulon right there. He's going to open up the mid with his Piper, and it's going to open up an opportunity for Tribe Gaming. Looking really good for them. Look at Tyrant and Zulon double teaming to take out Toonie here. They're going to take out Toonie, and now Tyrant's going to drop the super, and it's going to keep Bobby back. Bobby's in very low health, so it's going to push him back. He's desperately shooting to take out Zulan at the middle. That was a big save by Bobby right there. Had he failed to do that, Zulan could have super kicked that goal in. Yeah. And now Bobby in control can open up the mid with his Brock gadget. What's up, Echo?
I'm sorry. I love that Zulan was able to open up that top wall. And I mean, yeah, they're pushed back right now, but they do have that wall already open. All they need to do is gain that control. There's 50 seconds left right now, and it's time for them to start moving forward a little bit. Take down one player, get a little bit of an advantage, and start making that push. Tyrant with that Brock super as well, making the shot towards the goal, and Zulan gets the score after all that hard work.
Right.
It finally goes in.
Just as you said, get that one kill. They got the one kill in OG, being able to push aggressively and getting that goal. And now with just 26 seconds left, I don't know if Stamina can do it, especially with OG down, especially with Toonie down. There's only 20 seconds for that. Zulan is just going to kick that ball to the side, and all he needs to do now is just get on Sniper God mode to finish the game.
Sniper God mode. Zulan just getting it done, taking lives from a range, and really showing dominance right there. Impressive to see. Tyrant also, I mean, obviously it's all of them. Tribe pretty strong right here in some Brawl Ball, which means, Ash, we only have one more round, and that's going to be it for Tribe. Is that round, I mean, it could happen right here. This could be the end of it. Could we see a third sweep of the night?
Yeah, definitely is possible. I feel like OG, bring in the Piper, right? OG's a really good Piper player as well. If you're having Bobby play Brock, how about I go Brock and Piper? Because that's what Zulan's been doing with his great Piper mid plays, that difference maker. Bell is great, but in an open area, long range combat, Piper is superior. Why? Because she's got that gadget. Homes in immediately, over 2,000 damage, direct shot. That's just too good.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see some more long range play. Do you see any changes coming for the Stamina side? Do you think that they're feeling like they're getting outplayed at the long range and they need to switch it up, or is there really no shot? They just have to kind of keep with it and outplay.
So my prediction is OG goes Piper, Toonie goes Bell, and Bobby goes Brock. I'm just giving away their game plan. Sorry. But that's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting them to play the long game and play the brawlers that they're most comfortable with. Let's see if that's what they do here.
You're allowed to make predictions, man. It's totally fine. And yeah, look at this mirror matchup right here. And
I got the brawlers right. It's just Toonie went with Piper and OG sticking with Bell.
I'm impressed with your predictions, Ash. Don't worry, no need to mention that. But here we go. Zulan moving that ball up a little bit, gaining a little bit of ground here on the battlefield. Tyrant opening up that wall from the corner, and look at this. Look at this push. They're just slowly but surely picking them off, pushing them up.
It's just they're just too good,
oh my God,
man.
that's gonna be
Come
it right
on,
here.
Tribe. Come on, Tribe. Wow.
Oh my God.
They're hitting everything right now. It's just too much confidence on their part. They got a 2-0 lead. They're about to finish in this last game. Stamina kind of on tilt mode right now.
They must be at the range practicing those shots because, my goodness, they just were hitting everything. Although, Stamina right now having a bit of that advantage, but Tribe Corey is able to just stay alive long enough to allow the respawn of his teammates to try and get themselves back into this battle.
Oh, look at Brock. See, now he's awakened up, right? Starting to hit a lot of shots. Toonie gonna finish with the super, and now 1-2-1. We saw aggression. We saw Bobby start to heat up right there. He started making greater risk plays where he was just dodging around. And this is what you gotta do when you're backed up like this. You gotta make those higher risk plays. You gotta be the one to make assertive plays, move up, dodge, win control, and that's what we're starting to see from Stamina right now.
It's do or die, man. They have to do it, or else they're going to be out. So okay, and here we go again. Another big push incoming.
That's what I want to see.
Goal.
Let's go. Stamina taking the game in Brawl Ball. It's going to tie it up in this set. Next game is going to take this set. Tribe, again, they're just one game away from sweeping. But you're feeling really good if you're Stamina right now. And you just saw, that's what you got to do. You got to search yourself. You can't be passive. You're playing too calculatively, right? And that's what's losing you games. You're playing it too safe. Try to be more assertive. Put them on, like, force them to hit their shots. And be confident with your jukes, because it comes down to jukes. It's not just about hitting your shots. It's also dodging. If you're dodging, you're pushing up. And that's how you win in Brawl Ball, especially in Backyard Bowl.
But the funny thing is, that round, Tribe came out on the aggressive. They were going out making their shots. They got that quick goal. But then for some reason, that quickly changed the Stamina. Maybe it clicked and they realized, we need to get on the aggressive. We need to shut these guys down. And
that click, man. That click. I hope they can ride it, though. I hope they can keep it going, especially this next game. I think it's going to, again, be a mirror matchup. I have a high confidence when I'm saying this. I feel like it's going to be a mirror matchup again. Maybe Tribe's going to pull something to counter, but I just don't see it. I think it's going to be a mirror matchup. It's going to come down to this Brock, Piper, Bell combat here. And it's going to come down to which team asserts themselves more. Who's more aggressive? That's what's going to win them the game.
Well, Tribe has got to be saying that they can play these brawlers better, and Stamina has to be saying, we just did play these brawlers better, let's roll it again.
Yeah,
so let's see who's able to do it.
Toonie with the quick kill on Zulan. That's huge. We got a 3v2. They got the mid open. And now Toonie again with another homing shot to take out Tyrant. Zulan's going to kick the ball back. Now they got to be on the defense.
Oh, man.
Let's go, Stamina. That's what I want to see. And now he can just walk it in.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Stamina has Tribe's number right now in Brawl Ball. Zulan, now let's see if Zulan's able to do anything crazy. I mean, we've seen some crazy shots. There's a nice quick kill comboing that together, Tyrant and Zulan making their way in, opening that wall.
The misconnection. Yeah, they couldn't pass the Tyrant right there. He had a wide open opportunity to go for the goal. So Stamina's still alive here with the 1-0 goal and cornering the ball, forcing Tribe to be the aggressor now. Can Tribe get there? Another homing shot by Toonie, quick kill. Unfortunately, though, they kicked the ball to the corner, meaning they can't capitalize on these kills. It's just going to allow Tribe to get back in play, as you can see. Still, they got to work on getting control again before they can go for another goal opportunity.
Yeah, but they're looking pretty good. And there's another score right there. Stamina Esports. They came back. They came back from the 10, and they now took that set.
You saw what happened?
Yeah.
Wow. Bobby super kicked it. He had full confidence in Toonie to snipe that player to keep them out of that, the goal, to allow that ball to go in. That was just so well played. That's such high level. Hopefully we can see a replay of that soon.
I'm sure they have clipped those best replays. Let's bring in Varen back. And man, I just love personally seeing that intensity, that aggression out of Stamina.
I don't know what happened. It's like, all right, guys, let's stop playing with our feet. And they just decided to start playing the game halfway through. They were hitting shots like it was nobody's business. And I had this whole point I was going to make about Tribe Gaming getting really fortunate with the maps and the game modes. Shooting Star, Hard Rock Mine, Backyard Bowl, all these really long-range maps where their snipers could shine and how great Tribe is at that. And then all of a sudden, Stamina Esports comes back in and is like, guys, we can play these long-range brawlers too. Do you know who we are? And Twitch chat's arguing about who's the best, and I think they're going to have to keep arguing because I don't think we know quite yet. This match is not done, Echo. I love it.
I love it too. And I mean, Ash said it earlier that Stamina has what it takes to take down this juggernaut that we call Tribe. And I mean, they're still down. They're down 2-1, but they really look dominant in those past two rounds. I mean, round 1, not as much, but round 2 and round 3, man. It was literally a complete turn of events in that round 2. Tribe was crushing, pushing, sniping everyone, gets the goal, and then it was completely turned around after that goal.
Right. But remember, this is a game of momentum, right? And who's got the momentum riding? It's Stamina. Even though they're down 1-2, they're in the driver's seat, I feel like, at the moment. If they can just get the next game. It's all about working your way one game at a time. If they can get the next one, they tie it 2-2. Man, if there's one team that can make this reverse sweep happen against Tribe Gaming, it's Stamina, I feel like.
And it would be a reverse sweep. They have to win 3 matches in a row. They have to carry the energy they just showed us in those last 2 rounds, and they need to put Tribe on tilt, essentially. We know that, again, ups and downs we don't talk about. We talk about how stable a lot of these teams are when it comes to nerves, but they need to get under Tribe's skin with that win. They need to not let them feel comfortable at all. And notice these breaks have been a little bit longer, and it's not an accident. It's because both of these teams are taking so long to meticulously plan out all of their brawler selections, more than any teams we've experienced today. And it's definitely not an accident. There is a lot of, while we're seeing, the mechanical actions on the screen, there's a lot of big brain plays happening right now, Echo, and it's interesting to know that it's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're definitely taking their time, and I think Tribe just had a little bit of a wake-up call. Not that they didn't respect Stamina before this, but they're sitting there like, wow, we just got our butt kicked towards the second half of that. We don't want that momentum. I mean, they did. They don't want that momentum to continue. So, I mean, they are fully capable of gaining control back and coming back and winning this whole match in the next set. But they can't let Stamina ride that momentum. As Ash said, this is a game of momentum, and you can't let them ride that wave. You got to knock them off. This first set going back in, this first round, just go in and smack them around a little bit and let them know that you're Tribe Gaming. You're in my house. And they have to. If they don't, Stamina could continue to ride that wave, and they're a good enough team to really be dangerous with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those situations where the winner of this next round is going to have a big impact. And let's see who's going to come out on top as we get into it. Lads, take it away.
Yeah, and Hot Zone as well, and I'm loving. We got a Frank, we got an El Primo. So this is what I like to see. I'm the guy that likes to just aggressively run at people and punch. So, when I see Tyrant running that Primo, who actually just got taken down, I get happy to see it. But so far right now, Tribe Gaming is doing most of the controls. Zulon playing a nice ricochet over there in the right hand hot zone. Tooney trying to hold that down with Frank. Doing a decent job.
Yeah, man, it's like Tribe read them like a book here. Tyrant going with Primo. If I'm Tooney, I'm really worried. Frank is gonna have a really hard time. I'm super surprised Tyrant did not use his gadget on Frank Super there. Had he used his gadget, he could have reset Frank. I feel like that must have been a big misplay on his part. But again, it's still gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult for Tooney to constantly stop Tyrant. So right there, he can just use his gadget. Why is Tyrant not using his gadget on Frank? Not really sure why. Maybe he's saving it for later. But he still did a real good job taking out Frank, and Tribe still in the lead by 20%.
That's why Tyrant's saying, why do I need to use my gadget when I can just take him down with my fists? So that's exactly what he does. 90% control right now for Tribe, making their way up. It looks like they have this right now as they're just sitting there in the hot zone, saving the super right there for a little bit of celebration. Tribe Gaming knocking Stamina off that wave. They're no longer riding the wave. The wave is now going in the direction. The momentum is gone. Oh, I mean, not gone. They could still be riding a little bit, but Tribe basically had to establish that dominance again, and they did it, and they did it pretty quickly.
Yeah, like Frank is a really good brawler on this map, but it's like they didn't expect Primo. Primo was not banned. They didn't ban Primo, and Primo is a pretty hard counter to Frank, so that's a difficult matchup. Not only that, at the start you saw how Tooney, right, with his Frank was on Rico lane. You don't want to be on the Rico side as a tank. It's just not going to be pretty, right? So there are definitely adjustments that need to be made by Stamina in this next game. I'm seeing. I'd have to say, Tooney's probably going to be switching off to Frank just because of that mismatch on both lanes. Left lane against Primo, right lane against Rico.
Why go Frank, though, if you can go Primo? I feel like Primo just has more of an advantage with this game mode, with this map. Is there a reason? I mean, obviously there is a reason why he would choose Frank over Primo. Why would you see that as the choice?
Well, overall, Frank does better at being a wall breaker. Can open up that whole mid wall when needed. It's just, I don't know. I feel like they maybe did not account for Tribe to go Primo. I'm guessing. And whereas Tribe, somehow they knew that they were going to go Frank. It's got to be like that. Like, Tribe is so good at their counter picks. We've seen it time and time again.
And check this out. Tribe completely changing their composition right here.
Yeah.
Just completely. They both are.
Yeah, they know that Toonie loves tanks, right? And so they thought, yeah, maybe Toonie's going to stick with the tank. Maybe he's going to go switch to Primo. And look at Tyrant, again outplaying. How does Tyrant do it? He's a mind reader. First he goes Primo to counter Toonie's Frank. And now this time he goes Colette to counter Toonie's Primo. How does Tyrant do this?
I don't know, but who the heck is playing Ruffs, and why is there absolutely nothing over his head right now? It's the second time we're seeing this happening tonight. But right now, I mean, we do have stamina. They're in control of both of the zones. Tribe is trying to make their way up there. Nice job by Colette. Tyrant with the nice play.
Yeah, man, Tribe is just too smart. They knew that they won that game, that first game, demandingly. And so, like, they could have just stayed with the same comp, right? But they're just thinking one step ahead. They're thinking, yeah, you are going to make adjustments. I'm not going to be the one making adjustments. You're going to make these adjustments. And they predicted it beautifully. Still, though, they got to overcome this left side. Russ is doing a really good job. Russ is a great brawler, especially with that sandbag to take hits. On the left side, though, Tribe doing their best protecting that zone. If they lose that right zone, then Stamina is just going to be in a really good position. So that's why you're seeing Tribe be aggressive in protecting that right zone.
Yeah, and Ruffs, who's actually Bobby right now, is doing a nice job on the left as well, holding it down, being beaten up a little bit, but not being taken out. Nice job with, Primo getting out of that Colette super. Ruffs, Bobby taking over and moving over to that right-hand lane, dropping that down. Oh my goodness, we have a tide changing again here, Ash, as 90% for stamina. Tribe not able to make their way back into a hot zone. Is this going to be the end of this round for Tribe, or are they gonna be able to make their way back in? They're in. What?
I feel like if you're Tribe, I feel like if you're Stamina, you might still have this. As Toonie just gotta basically go aggro, get his super, jump in. Man, it's really close though. He's gotta be aggressive. He's gotta take hits. That's the only way he can get there. They gotta get that zone. They gotta.
They have
man,
to,
there's the jump by OG. There's the
the
misplays.
What?
No.
Oh my goodness.
The misplays. You saw what happened there. Toonie was taking the launch pad. OG decides to move his launch pad, and so Toonie couldn't jump in on time. Oh, the misplays and the chokes at the end by Stamina and giving Tribe the victory, the comeback at the end. Oh, man.
We talk about that. We talk about the change of tide, and man, it just changed there from one set to the next. And even in that round itself, I thought Stamina was going to run with it, but then Tribe was able to connect it. And as you're saying, there were some misplays being had right there, which definitely changed it.
But misplays, miscommunication, the launch pad movement, Toonie not being aggressive when they had a 90% to 60%. If you're a Primo, what are you going to do against that matchup? You can't do anything. But what you could do is you could go aggressive and you could try to charge your super. Remember, you take damage as a Primo, you now charge your super. You're one step closer to getting it, and that's how you could have done it. It's better to do something where like pushing them back rather than doing nothing, right?
Yeah, 100% right. Now that leaves Tribe as undefeated in Verum. Come on back now. Ash finally getting a prediction wrong and me be able to gain a little bit on the man. But man, what Tribe, they came through. They did what they needed to do. They knocked Stamina out of that wave that they were riding.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right, Ash. It just came down to some fundamental miscommunications, those tiny macro plays that need to be executed to perfection, plays that we see Tribe executing over and over and over again. And in this particular iteration, Stamina just not quite able to get it done. And it's so interesting, like, this isn't a team like IX Gaming where they don't play with voice comms, which is staggering to me, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, that's bizarre. This is a team that's on voice. This is a team that's talking to each other, that's communicating. So for that kind of critical error to happen, ouch. You know, that's when they're going to have to go back, watch the tape, figure out what they did wrong, and look to patch it up next time. Because Ash, overall, though, this was an amazing series.
Yeah, starting off in Shooting Star, player of the game here was Zulan and his nanny plays, and then of course in Gem Grab, Zulan and his Bell mid, and then of course then him changing up to Piper and going on the sniping spree. Just so well played. Tyrant and his Rico getting full control over the map on the right side, and then this matchup where Bobby and Toonie going to aggro brawlers, Rosa and Mortis, just didn't work out very well for them throughout this series.
No, at the end of the day, this was a really exciting one. Even though Tribe won 3-1, it really was a lot closer than that, as Stamina was gaining some of that momentum throughout. They definitely showed their strength in all of the sets that they ran through, at least in those first 3. And at many points right here is a great example of that. They really showed some dominant aggression as well, especially when they were playing here in Brawl Ball.
Yeah, I was just so impressed by how quickly they turned things around in the Brawl Ball set, right? They lost the first game pretty poorly, and then the next 2 they just dominated with the snipers. Just so well played by them. And then in the last and final set where they had to play Hot Zone, didn't work out very well for them. They kind of got countered. Here we see Toonie going with Frank, which gets pretty hard countered by Tyrant and his Primo, so he didn't have a pretty good time there. And then the second matchup in Hot Zone, guess what happened? What happened?
What happened,
Toonie
Ash?
going with Primo and then Tyrant going with Colette. Again, Tyrant just hard countering Toonie every single time. It's like Tyrant just can read Toonie like a book. Crazy predictions by him.
Yeah, it really was. Well, sorry I missed your cue there, Ash, but I didn't know you were actually really asking me. But man, it was good overall. I mean, at the end of the day, Tribe is 4-0 right now, which is pretty crazy. And looking at the stats, Stamina is now 2-3. I feel like they should have a better record than that, being how good of a squad they are.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think I was going to say, Ash, I'm going to let you follow up. The hype. This was the hype. I was told Tribe. I was told Stamina. I was told IX Gaming. These are the 3 teams, like in Verum. You're new here to the Brawl Stars space, but these are the teams you got to keep your eyes out on. And Ash, that's been mostly true, but not 100% true. And it's great to see some of these up-and-coming squads really making a name for themselves here.
Yeah, I feel like Stamina so far has had the toughest schedule. If you look at the previous games, they fought IX, they fought some of the best teams, and they just fought Tribe right now. Unfortunately, these are the games you have to win. These are must-win games. You lost to IX before. You now lost to Tribe. These top teams. These are the games that matter the most if you want to if you want to win the tournament, win the $18,000 first place, right? That's what you got to do.
Yeah, it is a round robin, so it's not like, you have a write-off game. Every single game is important, making it into that top 4, making it to our finals. And of course, like you said, Ash, $18,000 for first place and the title of ESL Mobile Challenge Champion, our first one for Brawl Stars. Getting that inaugural title always does feel pretty darn good. And as I say this, we're going to head to a short break because we still have more matches in store for all of you right after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ESL Mobile Challenge. I'm your host, Paul and Verum Toddkill. We witnessed some absolute banger matchups so far today, and things are just getting heated up. I've got the winner of that last match standing by, though. Certainly feeling warmed up after that one. Corey, welcome back to the show. Wasn't quite a clean 3-0 sweep, but still an impressive performance. It's got to be nice taking a win there over Stamina.
Yeah, definitely. Stamina is definitely one of the toughest opponents in North America, and you said it. It wasn't. It was close basically every single game, and I expect nothing less versus Stamina basically every time we face them.
You guys looked incredibly strong, especially in those first two sets. But going halfway through set number 3, that Brawl Ball matchup, something happened. I don't know exactly what, but something occurred going into that second round. And all of a sudden, it's like the light switch went on, and suddenly Stamina was like a whole different team. Was there a moment of concern there? What was happening on voice comms? You're like, wait, is this the same team? What's happening?
I mean, honestly, that Brawl Ball set, they used their gadgets really well. I mean, if you notice, it was Brock, Piper, Bell, mirror match the last 2 games. And basically, Piper gadget, Brock gadget, those are free kills if you hit them. And they were not wasting any time. They were very coordinated with their gadgets. They got kills. And we just kind of started doing stuff on our own a little bit. Maybe we got a little bit too confident. And, they punished us really quickly. And they took control of that one.
Yeah, you were able to take control right back, though. That hot zone finish looking pretty darn impressive. And it was something Ash commented on, I was going to say repeatedly over the course of that set, was that you guys were constantly out-comping your opponents. It's something we've talked about, not just this week, but in weeks prior as well. I don't want you guys to give away anything specific, but like if you're an up-and-coming team looking to go to that next level of competitive Brawl Stars, what are some of the things you should be looking to do to try and out-comp your opposing teams?
I mean, a lot of it's just knowledge about the game. Everybody knows, or all the pro players at least know what's good inside the meta. And obviously, there's a couple secret picks here and there, but honestly, we just try to mix it up. We're also not afraid to do mirror matches. We love mirror matches, to be honest. But if we can get out comp, we'll take it. If we can think of something that might just be a little bit better, we're gonna use it. And honestly, we have a great coach, Supersize, our coach, and he has some pretty great ideas, as well as all of our players on our team. I love to think outside the box and to think of different types of comps.
For sure, and I think it's something that was sort of exemplified in that last one. You bring out the Colt as well, which is sort of interesting. Not a brawler we see picked up too often. Again, without going too much into detail, tell us a little bit about the thought process with that one, because chat was kind of excited about that, because it's not something we see picked very often.
On that map, most people already know that a wall breaker comp is very viable, or at least it used to be pretty viable. And with Primo and all that stuff being in play, we thought, they might end up just going a bunch of tanks, and they kind of did. They went Gale Primo, and so we just opened up the walls. We went 2 tank counters, and that's kind of how it worked out. And it was a little bit too close for my liking, but we but we made it work.
Yeah, it definitely came down to the wire there. I think you had an HP at the end there, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think it was literally one
one,
HP. Yeah, and it really just goes to show that it comes down to the wire at this high level of play. But in the end, you guys were able to take a pretty convincing 3-1 lead. You guys have taken down a lot of the top teams here. You're still undefeated. And now you guys can maybe start looking towards the finals a little bit. Talk to us about what the prep's going to be like over the next couple of weeks. What's your practice schedule like?
For the finals, it's going to be a little bit more intense than what we've been doing now. Obviously, we want to perform in the finals, and that's the most important thing. We are sitting pretty good at this point. So, we could relax if we wanted to, but I don't think we're going to do that for the next couple of weeks. But either way, we're just going to, do more scrims, especially for the finals, get a couple more in a day and, start practicing some stuff. It's still pretty a new meta. I think there's a lot of things that, are yet to be discovered, and maybe we find out some of those in the scrims.
Looking forward to seeing if that's the case. Any quick shout outs to the fans hanging out in chat before we say goodbye?
Yeah, just, thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Our fans support us, all the time, everywhere, and it's super awesome. And I love having so much fans. It's, it's amazing. And again, I just want to shout out my teammates and coach and managers, everybody. They're always super supportive and super helpful. So, yeah, thanks, guys.
Gotta rep the tribe. Gotta rep the tribe. Congratulations on your win. Go celebrate with the rest of the squad as we bring back in my co-commentators, Echo and Ash. Corey's always just so chill. He's always just like, yeah, we're having fun. And I love the fact that he's not afraid to acknowledge when they maybe goof up a little bit, Ash, because let's be honest, that's how you get better as a player.
Corey's one of the best captains, not just in North America, in just the world, man. I have a high level of respect for him, just how well he manages his team and just the perfection him and his teammates play with.
I just love hearing how positive he is, and I feel like I'm getting to know him personally just because of how many times he's been interviewed, because they just keep winning. We're seeing so much of him. But yeah, super cool guy, and I can tell just from these interviews. I don't know him outside of them, but it's been a pleasure to see you get that chat on with him.
I mean, that's the whole point. That's why we try and talk to these players, learn more about them, and really showcase that personality as much as possible. Speaking of showcase, let's take a look at our teams. Let's take a look at our updated leaderboard and see where we stand. Tribe Gaming, despite being undefeated, haven't played quite as many games as IX, just the way that the round robin has worked itself out. So they're still technically up there at the top. And Aqua, of course, 3-0. We'll get to see them a little bit later on. Down at the bottom, though, unfortunately, IX Academy 1-5, not having the best time, and a lot of teams there in the middle. I mean, Ash, this is still really, for a lot of these teams in the middle, this is anyone's game.
Yeah, definitely. Remember, only the top 4 teams move on to the finals. And so it's going to be big. It's going to be the next game, especially between Aqua and Durudanga. Durudanga doesn't want to lose that one because they don't want to drop out of the top 4, right?
Yeah, it could be definitely big for those middle teams, because remember, we're looking at the top 4 that are going to move on. So there's just a handful of teams right there in the middle that could quickly make their way up or quickly drop themselves down. So it's really about the fight in those teams. The ones up top, they feel like Corey was just saying, he's feeling kind of confident they could get a little lax if they wanted to. Not that they plan on it, but it could be an option for them because they're really sitting pretty up there already.
You don't become a world championship caliber team by getting too complacent. And I don't expect any of those teams up there at the top to take it too easy. I do have some word. Unfortunately, though, it sounds like one of the players in our upcoming match was not quite available to play. So we are going to be shifting our schedule a little bit. So we're going to be heading back to a short break. Apologies for that, folks. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the interview with Corey. We'll be back as soon as we can with our next match.
Hey, Easy. Thanks so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. First and foremost, congratulations. You have qualified on to the ESL Mobile Challenge. It was quite a journey to get to this point. What did it mean for your team when you realized you'd done it? You qualified?
Thank you very much. It was a fun league. When we realized Well, it was actually dramatic because we were first the whole season and we ended up in second at like the last minute of the season. But it was still cool. We qualified, and that's all that really matters. So it was a fun experience, and I enjoyed playing a lot.
For sure. I mean, you're going up against some really tough competition, and yeah, that sort of heartbreak at the end there to not just auto qualify through was kind of a big sad. But talk to me what it's like knowing that you're competing up against the best teams in North America. Do you guys really feel like this is an opportunity for you to prove yourselves?
Oh yeah, I look forward to facing all the best teams. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of playing time and a lot of experience, and I look forward to it.
Awesome. And tell me a little bit about the history of your team. How did you guys come together? Give me the background.
Oh, so me and my team have been together for a long time. They're all really good people. I like them a lot, and we just have fun competing together. That's what the game's all about, right?
Oh, for sure. It's all about creating those bonds, those relationships, both sort of in the game and without, to sort of give you that additional layer to sort of go up against your opponents with. And again, you are going up against some of the best teams in NA. Are there any squads in particular you've got your eyes on?
Oh yeah, O.O, like that team is really scary. Tribe Gaming is always a pain. Other than that, it's just mainly those two, I'd say.
For sure. So what's the prep like looking for you guys? Is there any specific practice? Are you prepping in particular for certain teams, or are you more focusing on what you guys are doing coming in prepared?
Oh yeah, so we mostly focus on preparing ourselves to make sure we're sharp and we're just ready. We scrim a lot together just to make sure we have our comms and we know the maps and we know who plays what brawler, and just building chemistry between me and my teammates by playing a lot together.
Sure, it's all about getting in those reps. And you know, as we're sort of getting to the end here, do you have any shout outs to those folks in the community who may be cheering you on?
Shout out to Raz and Kenny NG and Toast.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with me, and best of luck in your matches.
Thank you very much. Pleasure was mine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ESL Mobile Challenge. I'm Inverum, that's Echo and Ash, and things are happening tonight. We've had some interesting things with the schedule. Players not being necessarily totally able to play, some sort of planes, trains, and automobiles kind of situation going on. But all I do know is that through a fortunate turn of events, Tribe Gaming versus Aqua, the match that was going to happen off stream, just because that's how that works every week with Round Robin, is now not going to be played off stream. In fact, it's going to be played now. Both teams coming into this 4-0. Both teams, the last ones, remaining undefeated. So Echo, while there was some unfortunate scenarios happening, we did get a little bit of a positive out of it. There was a silver lining.
Yeah, unfortunate things stink, but we got a gem at the end of it because this may have been one of the highlight matchups for the week because both of these teams, both Aqua and Tribe, are the only ones undefeated left. And now Ash was saying before he was really excited about Stamina versus Tribe for very good reason, but this is the battle of the undefeateds, right? Everyone wants to go and run undefeated. Tribe just coming off that hot win. They're literally going to go from that match into this match. They're all warmed up, fingers are ready to go. It's just really the match that could be that diamond match of this week, and we're lucky enough to see it now because of the unfortunate stuff.
Definitely. That means only one team after this match is gonna stay undefeated, right? They're gonna be 5-0.
Get to have that 0 in that right column, and that feels pretty darn good. But let's, when we get a chance, we'll deep dive into this matchup a little more. But I think it's really good to set the stakes because as it stands now, Aqua's in an interesting position. So they have their rosters locked. So they had, so maybe there would have been some roster changes that happened, but because of that, this particular iteration of the roster stayed together, and they've looked incredibly impressive. So we'll see how they're going to be able to perform as we take a look at our bans, Ash.
Yeah, looks like Tribe banning Primo and Amber. Amber is a really good ban for maps such as Double Swoosh, Split, Kaboom Canyon, and Batrap. That means look to see Tribe running a comp with Terra. On the other end, we got Aqua banning Piper and Jean, two very strong mid brawlers. That just says that Aqua kind of confident with their Bell, I guess, expecting a lot of Bell mids being played in this matchup.
Probably smart of Aqua to ban Piper right there. Just after seeing how dominant Tribe has been with Piper, that probably was part of their decision making right there. And Inverum, take us through the roster here of Tribe.
So Corey, I believe, will be playing. Raz there as well, the additional player on that roster. There were Tyrant and Zulon. Zulon, who we hyped up so much. And one day I'm going to ask Corey about, did they ever give Zulon a hard time because he gets all the attention? Is that a thing? Should we give Corey more? These are the questions we're going to have to be asking. Going up against Aqua, Jigsaw, Slash, and Czar. And these three players have just, every single one of them has had these step-up moments that have impressed me so much. And Aqua is one of these teams that I don't want to say came out of the blue, no pun intended, but they were really one of these squads that has, them to me, I actually drew a lot of parallels with them and Ion. And they both had really, really high highs, but instead of having the low lows that Ion has had, it seems like Aqua is just going up and up and up. It's like every single week, even when they're back against the wall, because they've had some matches that have gone like all 5 sets. They never seem like they really break their composure. They just go for the clutch play over and over again. And Ash, I think to me, that's like that hallmark champion mentality. The idea that, well, I could try and retreat or I could go for the win. And Aqua's a team that always goes for the win.
Yeah, Aqua is a beast, man. These are some of the best players in North America. Jigsaw, Czar, Slash, Easy. These guys have won countless tournaments. So they're a pretty new group. But when you make a group full of like the best players in one region, obviously they're gonna dominate.
Let's break down Aqua though. So just for people that maybe don't know Aqua yet, and I'm probably one of those people that doesn't know the squad as much as you do, Ash, but I'm looking back at the schedule from week 1. They played against IX Gaming. They beat IX Gaming, who has been extremely dominant since week 1, but that was also the same week that with the balance changes and we had that big tank meta and things were kind of off balance for a bunch of the players. Also in that week, they beat Ion Gaming, who really hasn't been able to step up and perform crazy strong so far. In week 2, Aqua faced off against Coordinated Thugs, who was also struggling, right? They just got one of their wins via, I believe, a forfeit. So now they're facing Tribe. There's no new update. Everyone's comfortable, everyone's settled, and now this is a team that is, we mentioned it before, maybe I did, the juggernaut, right? They did go against IX Gaming, but that week was a weird week because of the balance changes. So this could be a big deal. This could be a challenge for Aqua. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one plays out in Verum.
Yeah, and I know Ash is going to agree with me, but I think that's such a good point, Echo, because this is their big test. I agree. That first week, IX Gaming, they were like swapping rosters and I think around, and the meta just shifted and update, and who knows what's going on. But they haven't faced Stamina, and they haven't faced Tribe. They get to do the latter right here, right now. Those are the last two big hurdles for them to overcome in what could possibly be our final match of the night. So to you, Echo, and Ash, to all the fans watching at home, thank you all so much for joining us. Let's get into this match.
Yeah, I mean, looking at those stats, I'm actually very excited for this one. And who else? Zulan is going to be playing another long-range brawler, of course. Piper's not in play, so go ahead and use Bell, and you're going to basically be able to do the same thing. I do see a Crow over there on the other side. Looks like Slash is playing Crow. Jigsaw is playing, who's Jigsaw playing? Tara right there. So really nice start for Tribe, getting the early gems and fighting for that middle position. Getting, it's actually even right now. It's 2-on-2.
Yep, Slash actually did a really good job winning that lane against Russ, which is pretty difficult to do so, having to overcome all those sandbags, right? But Zulan still in control with the gems. He's going to be careful here grabbing these other gems. He's going to heal up. You know how Zulan plays. He always plays it safe. He doesn't take chances. He always capitalizes when that opportunity arises.
He's a monster. Do you see him shooting through sandbags to try and shoot that Crow? The guy is unbelievable. And I'm sitting here taking notes on Zulan's play right now. But again, it's team play of course. And just holding down that middle position. They're down by 1, so he's got to play smart. He's holding those 7 gems. He's coming up on the sneak. Oh, almost just grabbing the corner there of that Crow. Slash almost taking it, but was able to stay out of the way.
Yeah, Slash doing a really good job dodging those shots.
Oh.
And even though Slash got taken out right there, it's a pretty close game. And then also Slash is pretty close to getting his super. If he can get that super just on time here and make a good super play onto Zulan, he can definitely turn this game around. But on the other end, we got Tyrant winning his lane and having his super. So this puts Aqua in a lot of pressure because he can just quickly go for a soul pull right here against Jigsaw. And Zulan just needs to pick up that ball, but he's not going to be able to because he knows there are traps placed within that area. And look at that. Slash going to go in, but it's too late. Just not enough health to capitalize on that jump.
Wow, incredible. Incredible watching this right here. Look at Tara getting stuck there in the middle. But, okay. Tribe.
Not good.
No.
Yep.
Tribe looking pretty sweet right there. Like I said, they're already warmed up. They're ready to go. They know what they need to do. They're motivated. Yep. And they go on in and take down Aqua in round 1.
Yeah, and guess what? Again, Tribe with the comps, man. Corey, the roughs, the sandbags to counter Slash. Slash couldn't get his super for the entirety of the game. Right until the end, he got it. But it was, of course, too late when he made that last dive. There's nowhere for him to go. It took him the whole game to get his super. Just so well played by Tribe in terms of just out-comping them, outplaying them. Just so impressed by them.
Would you say it was a dominant performance from Tribe that round?
That round, it was not dominant. It was definitely back and forth. But overall, Tribe was just ahead. Tyrant won his lane. He got his Terra super. He got the pull, and he won.
I love how you're safe with your words there, Ash, as you should be. And right now, looking to see if they can pull in another round right here. We have a Spike being played by Corey. The first time we're seeing Spike here tonight, and Tyrant switches over to Tara as well. Zulan, of course, still playing Bell, but a Sandy over there. Slash is rocking the Sandy in the center, playing mid.
I think that's very smart. I think what Slash doing right there is pretty clever. If he can get his super with his Sandy, it's gonna be huge. Having that invisibility and just also concealing the presence of your own teammates is going to make a big difference. So right there, look at Slash taking his time with his super. He's going to drop it. So right now, all 3 of his teammates can take use of this Sandstorm.
Yeah, you know, I understand the idea of the Sandstorm, and I understand how it could be strong, but, you know, not dealing any damage with the super at all, it always was something that kept me away from it. But you know, being able to kind of camouflage your team, sneak in there, get those gems makes total sense. And Slash working hard, but staying actually being able going on in there with Zulan on the aggression, taking down Slash. Although the gems are out of range, still taking that kill. Can Tara sneak up there and just snag a few?
She can. So right now, Tyrant's being he's playing it safe. He's not gonna use his pull just yet because he knows he can use it just to kill anyone pretty quickly. So I think he's gonna use it just. You could use it right now, but he's just playing it safe. He's just too smart. He knows he doesn't need to go for a kill just yet.
There it is.
So right now he's waiting for the right moment. Because now if he had gotten that kill, they would have gotten the 3v2. But Slash managed to stay alive, and this gives him an opportunity. Nope, Zulan's gonna have a gem spawn because he knew that gem was gonna spawn there at that exact point. Because remember, gems don't spawn randomly anymore. It's all it's all like pre-placed right there.
Yeah, but look at this. Corey's gonna be able to pick up those gems.
Yeah, but that's a big kill. That's a big kill because you reset the timer, and now this gives Aqua the opportunity to maintain mid control and grab the next 2 gems. They have enough time to do so. They can tie it up right now, as you can see, and they have full control. So now Aqua is in the upper hand.
Wow, good point right there. I thought Corey was gonna be able to pull in the win there, but you're right. There was the time, but now,
however,
it's gonna now it's completely switched over the other way around. Blue in control, which is Tribe, gonna be able to pick. And they lost a bunch of those gems as well. Jigsaw just trying to stay alive there in the center. Zulan trying to pick them off. It's back and forth. Red now has the gems. Now Blue again. Tribe, Aqua. It's back and forth.
Slash coming in with the flank. He just needs to pick that up. He just needed to pick that up. He needed to pick that up. But now they gotta keep Corey low. Oh man, that was such a big missed opportunity by Slash. Had he picked that up, he was too scared that Corey might sneak up on him, but Corey was just too low. But right there, Slash is gonna grab the 14th gem. That means whoever picks up the 15th gem is gonna be the victor, most likely here. Slash is gonna go down, but at the same time, Zar's gonna take out Corey. Zulan's too low to go after those gems, doing a really good job. Touch. What?
Zulan is insane.
Oh man, but look at that, Zulan has enough. Zar has enough gems, and that's gonna do it. Wow.
Oh my goodness, Aqua that was a battle right there. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, but didn't know who was gonna pull it in.
Expect nothing less from the 2 undefeated teams, of course, right? That was intense. And now it's 1-1 going to the 3rd game on our gem grab matchup. I really liked the adjustment by Slash to go Sandy. Sandy, such a hard brawler to deal with once that sandstorm is down.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Remember, Sandy stayed alive by just I think it was like 50 health points and was able to escape. Could have been a game changer moment inside of that round right there. But I mean, is this going to be the one that could go to the 5th match? We haven't seen that yet tonight. It's been either 3 and in one case 4 different matches. But looks like we have a battle here. Aqua, they're proving that they can hang. They can hang with the big boys. Maybe they
One thing I love about Aqua is that they're not scared to make adjustments, and even if they win, they're not going to run the same comp twice, and that's what makes them so good. A lot of these other teams, they like to run the same thing twice. They become predictable. That's what makes it easier for Tribe. But look at Aqua. Again, they switch it up. They change it up. See, they're going Spike right now, Terra. They're not running Sandy, even though it worked out for them. See, and this is what you got to do to outsmart Tribe. You can't let them predict you. You got to be unpredictable in your comps.
Yeah, look at Zulan going down there, losing those 2 gems. Corey's going to try and hold down that lane so Zulan can come back to play. And here he comes.
By the way, Zar, you know Zar, one of the best sharpshooters in the game as well. Did a really good job winning the mid that time. Unfortunately, Corey's going to get the best out of Slash on the left. And then Jigsaw winning his side against Tyrant. So both the curveball spikes have won their lanes. Loving this mirror matchup.
Yeah, and it's opposite sides as well, which is pretty cool. But look at this. We have, who is it? I can't even see the name up top, but the Bell up top doing a nice job. Yeah, Zar doing a nice job holding down the center just as Zulan is. It's like a back and forth, but he goes down right there.
Yeah, a really nice shot by Zulan to weave his shots through the walls to get Zar down. Now, that was a big kill, and it just gives them control and allows Zulan to also place down his traps in the middle, which is going to make it hard for Zar. Even if he gets control, it's going to make it hard for him to get those gems.
Down again. Zulon able to hold that middle down really nicely. He could see who's coming up in the grass. Although Zar's able to grab the gems back, as you mentioned, getting that control.
Yeah. Right. The lanes are the most important thing here. If Slash can win his side against Corey, which is Corey's really low right now, by the way. There we go. That's the kill. That's a huge kill by Slash right now. That's going to prevent Zulon from pushing up. And not only that, look at Jigsaw doing a really good job against Tyrant, keeping Tyrant low, and that's going to allow Jigsaw to push up as well. Now, they got to be careful. Anytime they move up, Zulon's going to try to snipe them on the side because Zulon just has that awareness, that crazy level of awareness that you got to be careful against. Slash with a quick pull. That was a big pull. Now, Slash is not going to be greedy. He's not going to pick up all the gems because he knows that's not what he needs. He just needed to pick up 1 or 2, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to retreat with it. That's all they needed to win. Just so well played by Aqua here.
Wow. I mean, Jigsaw came through and grabbed a few of them on his own, said, I want a couple of gems in my pocket as well. But wow, Aqua bringing it in, taking down set number 1. Tribe for the first time that we've seen really at all that they're actually down. Man, 1 set to 0.
Yeah, Zulon and Zar, of course, they played really well with their belt, but the difference maker were the lanes. Jigsaw winning his lane against Tyrant every single time with his spike. And then on the left side, Slash came in clutch at the end. Remember, he got the kill on Spike. That was the difference maker. In the mirror matchup, if you win your lane against the mirror matchup, that is huge.
And we definitely saw that happening. I love the changes, as you mentioned. And Verum, come on back. This is the first time we're seeing Tribe, meet their match.
I think they lost 1 first round last week or maybe a week before, but I think you're absolutely right, Echo. Seeing Tribe down is surprising to say the least, but this was just absolutely huge. The composure that both teams demonstrated. There was a point there as well where Tribe was ticking away, but they knew they did enough, that they had that mid-center control, that they could hold on to the point where Tribe was stuck in their spawn. They couldn't get out, and they were going to take it. Absolutely incredible. Just the second that Aqua felt like they were potentially going to go down, somebody made a big play. Slash, in this instance, is going to be one to make the big play right here in that final round. Gets the pull, sneaks 1, 2 gems themselves. Jigsaw takes the other 2. 0 chance Tribe can take those and come back. And that's it. That's it. A huge shout outs to Aqua there in the first one. They gave Tribe a run for their money and then some a little bit more. Let's see if Tribe can take it back.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it. You know that they're not liking it. You know that they want to have that control, and right now they don't. Tyrant playing that Colette. We have Zulon, of course, playing Bell, and Corey coming on in with the Crow. How do you like these comps right here, and the comp of Aqua as well?
Yeah, the comps are great. Although I feel like Corey might struggle in this match. It just has the least range among all the brawlers here. So it's going to be a tough matchup for him. But on the other end, Slash with the B. B's going to have, great control. But it's going to be hard to get the damage rolling in. Aqua, they have a nice comp. But again, like I said, the damage. Where are they going to get the damage in? And that's where Tyrant is going to be so essential in this matchup. That Colette, and you know how much damage a Colette does with her super, right? So already Tribe looking really good. They got some control, although Corey got taken now, and that Slash popping off with his B.
Yeah,
look at the Nanny super.
It's Zulon. Yeah, there's the Nanny super.
Perfect.
Teleporting himself right into the corner there, but he's gonna get shut down though.
No, that's exactly what he wants. He wants to draw attention to 2 brawlers, Tyrant and Corey, to allow his teammates to push up, and that gives his teammates control. So that was a great play by Jigsaw. Even though he got taken out, he got some damage, some residual damage, and he forced them to double team him, allowing his teammates to get some control. And look at that, now Aqua in control with a 3v2 here. If they can take out 1 more brawler, it's going to be pretty big for them.
Yeah, I saw Slash picking away at that save a little bit himself. Some really nice plays. Tyrant taking some shots and going down there as well. It's only Corey, and he is the shortest of range, as you mentioned, going in with that super, just that suicide dive, but not actually going down, able to stay alive with a fraction of health. Wow.
Big plays by Corey right there. I really love what he did right there with his super to target the Nanny rather than the B, knowing that the Nanny is a much bigger threat. Again, he's going to quickly jump over to quickly take out Jigsaw, because you don't want this Nanny to circle around this wall, because it, again, forces you to double team the Nanny to deal with it.
Wow.
Look at Zar. Look at Zart getting some nice damage over there, and there's only 20 seconds left. And what do we know about Heist when there's only 20 seconds left? It comes down to the last aggressive play to get that damage. And Jigsaw asserting himself with that teleport, that's going to ice it. That is going to be game, because they're not going to be able to stop Nani from destroying that safe. Nani does so much damage on the safe.
Oh, they're trying as much as they can. It's a battle of percentage, but it looks like Tribe Gaming goes down in that one. Aqua coming through with another round one, and now in set number 2. Really impressed right now with Aqua.
Right. Yeah. Right there, they needed for any chance, like for Tribe to win right there, they had 0 chance actually. That came down. That was a really well played by Jigsaw, because what he did, he used his super, right? So how do you stop a Nani super from getting to your save? You got to take the hit, right? You got to suicide yourself. But if they had done that, 2 brawlers left, they wouldn't have the offense to get enough damage to win, right? So they would lose that way. The other thing is you got to let the Nani go to your safe and then go for a triple push, which they did here. But of course, it wasn't enough because they were just too far behind. And Jigsaw, Nani does 2,940 per shot on the safe. That's around 7% per shot on the safe by Nani, right? 21% with 3 hits. It's just too much to overcome.
Your mathematics is incredible here, Ash, but the way you break it down makes it make so much sense. One of my favorite plays from that round right there was when the Nani made its way up to the safe, took out Colette, and then got 2 quick shots in the safe, then went behind the wall and had to be dealt with by 2 other brawlers because you couldn't just let them continue to go around.
Man, high-level Brawl Stars is like a chess match in fast pace. That's why I love it. There's just so much going on behind the scenes, the strategies, right? And that's what you gotta do to win. All the strategies, used by them. Jigsaw going, like you said, around the wall. Just the pressure he's putting. Just so well played by them as a team.
Yeah, Tribe coming along here with the same comp that they had last time around, I believe.
Yep.
And Nani as well.
This time we have Zulan going with a B. And on the other end, Jigsaw going to stay with the Nani. I think Jigsaw played Nani so well that game. I love that he's going to stick with it. And it's still going to work out very well. Nani, out of all these brawlers, has the best range. However, their biggest problem is definitely going to be Tyrant and that Colette. Already that first super did so much damage to their safe. Now look at Jigsaw, again, trying to teleport behind that wall. Unfortunately, it was not able to do so that time.
Yeah, I mean, when it worked so well for Jigsaw last time around, I think it would be silly to change it. I mean, that was the difference maker in the match, in the set. I'm sorry, but man, I like that Tyrant was already getting some damage on that safe with the super.
That was big right there. Tyrant surviving with just 58 health. Now he gets to heal back to full, and then now he can also rush in for that save. Now, of course, he's going to take his time because he knows he's in control, and if he can get some damage to a brawler, he can also charge his super back. Colette charges her super back pretty quickly. With just 1 hit on a brawler, she can charge back half her super bar. So that's what Tyrant's doing, taking his time, playing it smart, and now Tribe in really good position. But at the other end, you can see Jigsaw. You can't see Jigsaw, but he's already teleported to the safe, and he's dealing a lot of damage. Look at that, Jigsaw all the way down there. And his teammates doing a really good job keeping Tyrant, Zulan, and Corey back. So you can see the strategies right here. Tribe focusing on committing to their offense rather than defense. Trading defense, and it's just Jigsaw dealing an immense amount of damage just on his own. Taking the safe down to just 6%. That's insane.
Wow, yeah, Tribe was just completely going on the offense, trying to combat that, but they didn't have enough to shut it down completely, to took it down to 11%. It's really going to come down to whoever can get this final push in here right now. And as you mentioned, you go ham in the last little bit here, and we are in that last little bit. Yeah. Tyrant, no super yet. Jigsaw, what a play.
I don't know about that teleport, though, because they still need 1 more %. That teleport. Oh, man. And then Zulan's going to get it. Wow. Man, I got to hand it to Tribe. They played this so well. Because, most teams, like 99% of teams, you know what they would do?
What would they do?
They would run back and defend against Jigsaw solo shooting at their safe. But Tribe knew, if they had moved back on defense, there would be no offense for them, right? And they would still be in the driver's seat. They would still be behind, right? They wouldn't be in the driver's seat had they defended, right? So they knew if they wanted to get ahead, they had to sacrifice defense for a stronger offense, a concerted three-player offense, as opposed to Jigsaw as a solo player shooting at the safe. Right, it's so well played by Tribe there.
I agree. I love that play to go on the offense. Plus, if Tribe would have been able to take down one of the two defending players from Aqua, they could have shut the game down right there and just completely beat down the safe. They weren't able to do that. Aqua did a nice job defending with the two players. I mean, they didn't defend perfectly because damage was done to the safe, but they were able to keep them off enough from completely shutting it down. So with all this being said, we now have a tie set, 1 round each. And remember, Tribe is down 1-0. So right now, whoever wins this next round is going to take the set. That could be Aqua up 2-0, or it could be them tied at 1-1. I mean, it seems like a fairly even matchup to me. These are two dominant squads here facing off. Let's get into it and see who's going to be able to get the upper hand here, or just tie things up. We're gonna see how it goes. Tyrant right away opening up that wall, coming in with the Brock.
Yeah, interesting to go Brock here, but that's gonna make it easier at the start to deal with these brawlers. That's gonna allow Tyrant to help out his teammates. As you can see, he can now freely double team without a wall blocking him.
Yeah, and Zulon coming in with B this time around too, switching things up a little bit. I don't believe he was the B last round.
Yeah, the biggest change, of course, is going to be Slash and his Sprout. Now, Sprout is a very risky pick. The Sprout is all about control in this matchup. Really good counter to glass cannons. All three of these brawlers, of course, are glass cannons. But in an open area like this, it's going to be very difficult for Sprout to get those hits. Now, as I'm saying that, Slash is still hitting those shots, just showing just his skill level right there.
Corey just doing some nice work as well. Tyrant and Corey had the 2-on-1. They didn't choose to advance. They wanted to wait for Zulon to come on back. I guess they just wanted to hold down that mid position, but now losing 1 from Tribe, it's a 3-on-2 with Aqua pushing.
Now, yeah, and if you're Jigsaw, you're loving this. You're loving all the walls down because you know you have the greatest range advantage out of all the enemies on Tribe side. Meaning if Jigsaw can get his super, he can put them in a lot of pressure, and that's exactly what he's gonna do right here.
But also Slash not having those walls that he needs to really, get that protection that he'd like to see also at the same time.
But he's still hitting those shots. That shows like how good he is. He doesn't even need walls to hit his shots with Sprout, right?
Crazy. Yeah, you're right. You're completely right. He is still doing a pretty darn nice job even without the walls. But technically, you would think that they would want those walls there. So it would have been a great call by Tyrant to be able to take them down. But no.
But Jigsaw also hitting his shots, winning his matchup. He's also got his super. Even if he dies, he doesn't really care. Because remember, he can respawn back, use his super, and teleport to your safe. So he's got a lot of options in his head, lots of weapons to utilize here. So right now, I'm expecting Jigsaw to use his super and now make his way to the other safe. Now, there's 28 seconds left. This means that Tribe is forced to defend. If they don't defend right now, they're going to lose. But with 20 seconds left, if I'm Aqua right now, I'm going to try my best to stay alive. I don't want to give Tribe the final push because we know what happens when you get the final push. The aggression, right? It's something you got to stop.
Well, Tyrant's making his way up. So is Corey.
Oh, no.
Oh, but Slash taking him down. And Zulon doing a nice job as well. They're going to get that push in the safe right here.
Oh, my God. They are.
Oh, my God.
Wow. I was talking about this, man. You can't give him the final aggressive push. You just can't. They let it happen.
They let it happen.
Oh,
they let it happen.
Man. The whole game, Aqua had it in the back in the final 10 seconds. They give Tribe the final push to win it. Oh.
Let's bring back in Baron because this has just been tied up 1-1, and it was based on the last 10 seconds of that round.
Okay, so there's something that happens at the end of that last round, and we might catch it on the replay as we take a look back. But I mean, and we'll get there when we get there. Both teams played fantastic. I think Corey definitely feeling this was not the Crow matchup there for him. Playing back with those much longer range brawlers, I feel like had a lot of success for them. I love the fact that Tribe Gaming has such good knowledge of the game that they know when to go for these base race scenarios. This is 100% what this was. This is a classic base race. You see it in esports all the time. And let's just say there was some knowledge from Tribe about what exactly they need to do. It wasn't that exact one. It's this one up here. When they were able to hold it to the 6 seconds at the very end. Props to Tribe for knowing exactly how far they could push it there. But there's a moment further up where Jigsaw gets stuck in the corner because Slash actually back there, Slash had trapped him in the corner, which delayed his death, which means they staggered it, which actually allowed Tribe to push in So what felt like it was supposed to be a moment to help Jigsaw to let him, you know, get his
Right.
HP back up. If he just died, if he just died and respawned, they would have won. But because he stayed alive and they staggered the death, they couldn't get it. And Ash, you have things to talk about, but the games are just going to keep going. So let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, we're into set number 3, and we're going in with Hot Zone again, and we have a Ruffs, we have a Frank again here, 2 Franks on both sides, and again a Sprout.
Yeah, now Frank right now is really good brawler. Guess why? Because Primo is banned, and when Primo's banned, Frank is a monster on this map. In the previous matchup between the Stamina, right, and IX, not IX, Tribe, they struggled because Primo was not banned. Tyrant was able to use that Primo to counter. So, but here we're seeing the opposite. Now, if you're a Czar right now, you don't want to be on the Frank side. It's gonna be really difficult. You can't really take out a Frank, even if you hit every single hit. You're just not gonna be able to do anything to a Frank. So if I'm Czar right now, I would switch to the other side, try to help out there, because that's what you want to do. You're a Sprout. You want to focus on the glass cannons. If you shoot at the Frank, you're just literally not gonna do anything. That's what's happening. Tyrant's like, okay, just keep shooting at me. I don't really care.
You can't hurt me. But we have Jigsaw sneaking in there, doing a bit of damage. Frank on Frank as well. But look at this. We have Tribe, we have Corey, and we have Zulon holding down that left-hand side pretty well against that Sprout and that Frank. But Jigsaw and Slash coming into the right-hand side. Tyrant going to try and scare him out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just can't win it. Because, look, right now, Tribe just needs the right zone just for a few seconds, and they got the game in the bag. It's going to be very difficult for Aqua to overcome this. Let's see if they can manage to do so, though. They still need one person, especially on the left side, to get some get the percentage points, right? So and that's what Zar is doing. Yeah. Maybe they can do it, but look, Tyrant's just gonna walk in. Like I said, they just need to get there just for a couple seconds. They're gonna have this game, but it's good that they made that comeback at the end of this game, because as we move on to the second game, they're definitely going to make adjustments and they're going to learn from the mistakes that they made in this game. Just like, how Zar was on Frank. That's not what you want to do, of course, because you're not going to beat the Frank 1v1. You needed to quickly switch lanes immediately, right? You don't want to waste time. I feel like that's something they might make adjustments for next game. Or maybe they're just going to switch out Sprout entirely, just because Sprout kind of struggles against Frank.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to ask, do you think that Sprout needs to be pulled because it's literally doing no damage to Frank? And I guess that could be it.
Yeah. The thing about Sprout is Sprout pick is good in terms of countering Ruffs and Rico, but you know what I think? I feel like they should have went Barley. Barley just provides you with more. You got heal support, but right now it looks like they're gonna go with a wall break comp. Go with the Colt, not the wall break Zar wanted, but they got the instant kill on the right side, so it's a really good start for them. And I love that Jigsaw is going Ems. Ems is a great counter, especially in the open area map. Ems is gonna feast against Frank. So I really like what Aqua planned right here. It's a perfect comp to counter.
Yeah, it surely is, and they're doing a nice job of it so far. Aqua getting that early advantage, although it's not only about the early advantage. Corey being able to hold it down, switching off with Tyrant, as Tyrant with that massive HP is going to be able to be strong right there in the right-hand zone and getting a kill while at it.
Yeah, now if you're Aqua, you also want to take into account that you got that mid wall, right? And you also have to remember, Tyrant has his Frank super, but he's not going to want to open that wall. He's not going to open it. You know why? It's only going to hurt himself. So if I'm Aqua, and if Tyrant has his super, I'm probably going to hug that wall a lot, because I know Tyrant does not want to break it.
Yeah, it's a great point right there. Going to be able to hold it down. So he's really maneuvering nicely, though. Tyrant is just trying to stay out of the M spray and just get himself back into that hot zone, making that lead right now. They're up to 94, 95, 96. They're gonna get this. They're gonna get it.
Gonna take the left. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was very unfortunate. They just didn't get the wall breaks on time right there. They left a lot of walls to the middle, and that really hurt them. Especially Ems getting on Frank, just couldn't do so with Tyrant just using those walls. And then of course Zulon winning his lane with his Rico. If you're gonna open up the map, you gotta beat Rico. If you don't, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Rico did a nice job over there. Why don't we bring back in Verum right now, because Tribe took that one in only 2 rounds. So maybe a little bit of a turnaround.
I think it was a combination of composition and execution. I think you absolutely nailed it. Zulon on that left side, that Rico winning 1v1s that they probably shouldn't have. there were definitely some good moments here for Aqua. It was definitely closer than it appeared, but I mean, Tribe Gaming just able to go nuts. I think this is like the final push here. Yeah, you watch Zulon win this with no HP. How?
Yeah.
How does he do that? It's plays like that that are why
Right.
Tribe Gaming are where they are. And then in the second round, I think he was even more dominant. Tribe Gaming got a bit of a read on the composition. I appreciate the thought process from Aqua to try and get the counter in, but once map control was garnered, Tyrant up there at the front, Corey with the support. Zulon, I mean, these guys are the, and they need a 4 team mix, then they'd be the 4 horsemen, because these guys are just, they are death when they take the field. They are tough to deal with, Ash.
Yeah, man, a lot of people are going to say, like, yeah, that was pretty lucky of Zulon to survive with that little health. But it's not luck, man. These guys know exactly how much damage your shots deal and how much they can take to stay alive. It's not luck, it's skill.
Now, if we saw Tribe struggle anywhere tonight, it was in the last match, and it was in Brawl Ball. So let's see if they're able to get past that small struggle, and if they're able to do some dominant work here against Aqua, because
Yeah.
I mean, they did a nice job in that last one.
Yeah, it seems like Aqua loves their Sprout. They've been using Sprout a lot. Sprout in Kaboom Canyon, Sprout in Split, and now we're seeing Sprout in Super Stadium. This is a difficult matchup for them, mainly because Sprout's going to have a hard time against a Frank, especially if this Frank opens up this map. But then again, you know, if he does open it up, it's just going to make it easier for Jigsaw to handle him. Right now, Jigsaw has to get on Tyrant because his teammates are a Barley and a Sprout. They're not going to be able to stop Tyrant. So Jigsaw, he needs to keep awareness of that.
Yeah, and Tyrant doing a great job staying alive versus 2 throwers that are going after him at the same time. I mean, he's taking a little bit of a beating, but he's back up to health right now. He's going to be on the aggressive, and then he has to retreat again because Jigsaw is there to shut him down. Really nice job just keeping Tyrant at bay, but Tyrant also staying alive, not having to do any respawn.
Yeah, the double throws are actually working very well, but as I'm saying, that Tyrant got Barley and being able to survive. That's huge. Being able to survive means now he doesn't have to respawn back and get back in play. He can just quickly heal back up and get control, maintain control. And if this game does go to overtime, Tribe has a really good opportunity to finish it too, having you know, a tank to walk it. But as I'm saying, that they don't even need to go overtime.
No.
Tyrant's just going to walk it in with his Frank.
Man, I mean, that was some really nice Frank play, but Zulon and Corey as well, offering some crazy support, just really knowing that Frank was going to be the man to move it up and that they were going to support it from behind. Really nicely done. Opening up that wall. He's going to shoot, but it's going to be saved by Jigsaw.
Yeah, it's still, though, it's going to be very, very difficult for Aqua to get another goal, especially because they don't have a scorer. Like, they don't have a Frank that can move in aggressively and score. So it's just going to be difficult. Having 2 throwers, you're really hoping to get control. And even though you have some sort of control right now, there's just not enough time for you to finish this game.
No.
I feel like the major misplay was Jigsaw was not focused on the Frank as much as he should be. What Tyrant was doing was he always went towards the thrower side, right? He always was on the Barley side, the Sprout side every single time. And that's what allowed him to stay alive for most of the time and also get that key kill. Remember that kill on Barley? That's what that won them the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was like they just couldn't stop the Frank. When Ems was I don't remember who was playing Ems, but that's what
Jigsaw
needed to be the shutdown, Jigsaw. But he wasn't able to hold him down, is really what it came down to. Maybe because of the support that was behind or whatnot. But I mean, yeah.
The other thing is, like, you know, Jigsaw's a smart player. He knows that he needs to get on the Frank side, but the reason he couldn't is because Tribe just wasn't allowing him to. Right, they didn't allow when you're switching. The thing is, you know, it's easy. It's easier said than done. You want to switch, but what happens when you switch? When you switch, you're being pushed back. You're giving up control, right? Imagine Barley switching to the other side and M's moving. In order for you to do that, you're gonna need to back up. And you can't afford to do that against a comp like that, like a Frank with so much health, right? You don't want them to push up, especially if that Frank has a super. And so Jigsaw was just not allowed to do it. The Tribe just didn't allow him. Just so well played in terms of just locking them in that situation.
What you're saying is Tribe controlled it, right? They didn't let them take back the control, switch up the lanes that needed to happen.
Yeah.
Well done. And with that being said, Tribe is 1 round away from winning the entire match. If they win this round, that's it. Aqua, I mean, they definitely dug in, showed that it was going to be difficult. But look at this right now. Zulon coming in, switching things up. Tyrant. All right, a little bit of different comps here, but we also have a Mortis, and we've seen Mortis do some work.
Oh, wow.
Czar.
That was a very good kill by Zara, and that's going to be a quick goal by them, showing how it's done with Mortis. Now, if you're Zulon, you want to get on that Mortis side being a surge. You don't want your Barley on Mortis, but look at Zara. He's going to take advantage. He's going to go on Barley again. So it's going to be difficult, especially if you're Corey and Tyrant against the Mortis side. You're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I hear that for sure. But Corey's able to get this ball, advance it a little bit, and oh, there we go. The Mortis goes down.
Yeah, I feel like Aqua really needs to corner this ball right now. That position, that ball position is not safe. Especially if Tribe can get some sort of control right now and maybe Zulon teleport in. They can go for a pretty easy goal right here.
Yeah, it's definitely close. Zulon is eyeing it too. He wants to put that in. There he goes, powering up, and he's going to go for it. No,
he's not going to rush it. He knows he can just walk it in right now. But Zar having that combo spinner, being able to clutch that defense, just having just enough damage to take him out. Jigsaw with a quick teleport.
Wow.
Very good play. And if I'm Slash right now, yeah, that's what I would do. Corner it into the side. Even though there's 1 minute left, it's gonna be very difficult for Tribe with the comp that they're running. It's gonna be hard for them to get control over that ball from that corner and make a goal.
Zulon's going up there right now, sneaking it out. At least just trying to get out of the corner and stays alive throughout.
Now, if I'm Slash, I probably would have cornered it. If I'm Zar right now, I would have cornered that too. Like in the bottom, like the bottom left, that was very risky because now you died and you've given them possession of the ball with 40 seconds left. You've given Tribe an opportunity to get a goal because you know they struggle when the ball is cornered. You know they struggle to score. So still though, Tribe's doing really well, and all Zar has to do is just be aggressive. If he can get a kill right there, that's a key kill. He just needs to kick the ball to the side right now and just play the time. There's only 18 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. Corey's going to try and sneak his way up, but gets taken down by Slash in the effort. Zulon trying to sneak his way up as well, but all that's being played right now by Aqua is defense, just not allowing any possession of that ball whatsoever. That's going to be one for Aqua. So this is getting more and more interesting as we go. I said if the round went to Tribe, they'd win the entire match, but now it's tied up again. It still is there. So if Tribe wins, they get the match. If Aqua wins, it's tied up, and we go to the 5th and final set. So Aqua needs to dig in, hold down, and Mortis was the game changer right there.
Yeah, but this is where like you can't run Mortis again. You've kind of showed, like. Mortis is one of those surprise picks, right? Running it again is going to be risky. Like, I'm expecting Tribe to go something to counter Mortis, right? So if you're Aqua, you got to think, hey, they're going to try to counter our Mortis pick now. What do we got to do to counter that, right? Maybe they're going to go tank heavy again, like how it worked out in that first game for Tyrant. Maybe we revert back to something that counters a Frank, right? That's what they got to think. That's what Aqua's got to be thinking right now.
Or Aqua thinks that Tribe is going to think that they're going to switch, and then they're not going to switch, because we could get those reverse mind games as well. You never know. But more likely
knowing
what you said.
Yeah, but knowing Tribe, they tend to play it safe in this situation when they're up 2-1 and they know they just need one more game. I don't think they're going to make a reverse psychology play. I think that they're going to go something safe against a Mortis comp. That's just my prediction.
Yeah, good point as well. Well, here we go. We're going right on into it, and we are going to see. Looks like we have a Tara right here. And, well, you're right. Tara on both sides.
Ooh, almost a mirror matchup, whereas Slash going B and Corey going Bell. Really great start. Jigsaw's going to win his lane, quickly take out Corey. That could have been a goal. It could have been a goal. Slash is going to walk it in. He's going to walk it in. Just really nice aggression by Aqua, taking control right from the bat.
Wow. It's crazy the strength being shown right here by Aqua right now. They're not willing to throw in the towel just yet. They want to take this to the last and final set. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it. I mean, they have the early advantage right now. Tyrant is moving his way up. Yep.
Yeah,
nice
Jigsaw,
play by
Jigsaw was in
Zulon.
stage 3 right there, and he's gonna die. So that means he's gonna lose those upgrades. He is running the second star power of Surge, so he's gonna come back with some speed. And I believe Jigsaw might be out of teleports at the moment. He went very aggressive with those early teleports to get them that goal. So this is where, you know, things get tougher if you're out of teleports, and especially if Tribe manages to score right now. They're definitely going to be in the driver's seat.
Look at him going with the early corner as well, but cornering it about as well as you can, really just nestling it in that back corner.
Right, and also Tyrant has his super. He knows he can kill Zar at any moment when he wants to, but he's not going to do so. He's very smart. He's calculative. He's taking his time. He knows he wants to go for it when him and his teammates have that opportunity to capitalize on the kill. So right now, Zulon, as you can see, getting that kill, and now we can expect Tyrant to maybe make that pull here. Zulon's got to quickly pull there, not even allow Tyrant to do so. So well played by Zar, knowing the situation, knowing that Tyrant would have pulled him had he not quickly made that pull play.
So nice adjustment being made right there. There's a level. Oh, Zulon getting taken down right there. Tyrant sneaking his way up in the grass, trying to Zar with the pull.
Oh man, I love Zar's supers right there. The moment he gets it, he wastes no time using it. Just so quick with the pulls.
Well, all they need to do right now is hold the corner. Maybe that's why he's being extra aggressive, not letting them get any upper hand. This is Aqua having to hold for only 15 more seconds. Tribe not even able to get to the center of the field. Although Tyrant is the last one, it's his last ditch effort to make his way. He knows he's got to get there, but it's not going to happen. Aqua is going to push this to a final set as Aqua takes set number 4. We're tied up 2-2, and we are finally making our way to the 5th and final set of the night. This is exciting.
Those are epic pulls by Zar. I love how you saw he didn't have his super, but the moment he did, he wasted no time pulling Tyrant, taking him out, erasing him so that he can secure that ball in the corner and not have to worry about Tribe making a late game push to win.
Yeah, I agree. And let's bring back Inverum. Inverum, we're finally making it to a final set, the 5th set of the night. It's been a while.
It has. We had a lot of sweeps so far tonight. It's great to see here going all the way to a set number 5. This was such a fun match. Oh my goodness. I feel like we saw Aqua pull out every trick in the books to make it here. They dug deep on this one, channeled their inner anime protagonist. They were not going down easily, and you love to see it because Tribe had so many fantastic moments here, but it just felt like Aqua, even when they were down, they had a sense of how they could come back. They never lost sight of how they come back in the game, and they cornered that ball with like a $1:30 on the clock. They had like a minute 30 to deal with, and they held on. And I cannot wait to see what they do here in our last set. Echo, Ash, let's go.
Oh, Siege, man. We've seen crazy things happen in Siege. We've learned that it's all about the center control and grabbing those bolts. It's not always about grabbing that first robot. And, well, we're going to see. I feel pretty good with Zulon in the middle with that long range, the ability to pull that snipe. We could see some good things out of Zulon here. He could really shine.
Yeah, defending this is going to be difficult. Jigsaw's going to put that target on that bot, and that's going to make it easier to deal with this level 1 bot. But this is looking really good already for Tribe, because not only having that first push, they're not going to get much out of it, but look at Zulon. He's going to be able to safely place his traps at the middle, and now they also have full control. So it's going to be very difficult for Aqua to now come out of this trap, this spawn trap. As you can see, Jigsaw having a hard time. This is a map where you don't want to get spawn trapped.
Yeah, well, Zar was able to get out of there. Tyrant wasn't able to grab that second bolt. We got Slash sneaking his way up there as well. It looks like the tides have changed right now. And, oh, nice super right there by Tyrant as well. Going to be able to grab that bolt. They're going to maintain that bolt lead as well. And only one bolt in the hands of Aqua right now, while Tribe gets that second siege bot. And they're going to be able to grab another bolt along the way.
Yeah, if they want to defend this, Jigsaw has to get his super. And that's why you can see Jigsaw focus on shooting the brawlers to weaken this bot. And it's going to come down to this final push. Tribe already has banked 4 bolts, so they're looking really, really solid right now. That is going to do it for sure for Tribe. I just don't see Aqua coming out of this trap.
I mean, it's crazy to see Tribe is not really even supporting the push from the robot. It's just they're staying back, completely setting up the spawn trap, and then just collecting bolts. I mean, Aqua's only collected one bolt this entire round.
All right. Now remember, Piper is banned, and that's why we're saying about Zulan and Jigsaw run Bell. Bell is a must-pick brawler, as well as Crow here. So it's gonna be a difficult matchup, difficult adjustment for them to make in the next one. Now they know that Corey did run Sprout, and Sprout is a brawler that is rather easy to counter.
Yeah.
You just gotta go, you know, a tanky brawler, a brawler with sufficient health, maybe even Mortis, but Mortis is gonna be a gimmicky pick. So I don't want Aqua to fall for that trap of running Mortis next game, because it's gonna be a risky pick. I feel like there's gonna be there might be better picks than Mortis to win that next game.
But
Like
Aqua,
Carl.
like Carl,
Yeah,
who else?
Carl.
Like
Carl's a good one.
They're gonna be. Aqua has to be looking for a bolt picker, because they got
definitely.
one bolt the entire round.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be thinking heavily, in my opinion, on how can we get more bolts, because I mean, Tribe picked up how many bolts total? 15, maybe more, to the one.
The thing is, the thing is with the Bell and Crow combo, you're lacking in a couple departments. You're lacking in defense. They're not high DPS brawlers, right? So you're lacking in that. They're also weak offensive brawlers. Crow and Bell are not very good on offense in Siege. So those are the weaknesses. So Czar is going to go Brock. I like that adjustment going Brock, but if you're going Brock, you got to hit your shots. And this is a tough map to hit Brock shots in. This is a very open map. Not many choke points in.
Yeah, Zulan is still doing some nice stuff, but Aqua does get that first bot.
And that is actually huge, considering Tribe Gaming's comp here. They don't have a very good defensive comp. Now, you don't want to give Zulan his super. If that Bell gets super, she can weaken the bot severely. So you got to be careful with that as well. Corey's going to go down. Zar's going to open up the mid. That is huge. And like I said, their defense just not very good. And now all they got to do is just spawn trap them. That's what they're going to do. Look at Slash, learned from the previous game with the Sprout and the spawn trap, and just making life very hard for Tribe Gaming right now.
It looks like the same match we just saw. You just flip things around. Just turn the screen and we're watching the same spawn traps happen. Although Tyrant able to pick up a few bolts here along the way to try and catch things up a little bit. Looks like we're... Oh, no. I thought we had a little bit more of a lead here for Tribe, but they're slowly picking their way up. Only 2 seconds. They're not going to be able to defend, though. They were not able to get the bolts in time. They're not going to be able to shut down the spot.
But here, it's critical to take out Zar. Zar is going to be your highest DPS brawler on offense. So that's what they did. Very, very clever right there, taking out Brock. And now all they got to do is just defend this. If they can manage to defend this, they have a big lead in bolts, 7-0. But it's going to be difficult. Like I said, they don't have anything on defense. Their composition lacks any defensive brawler. Right? Like I said, what's Bell gonna do? What's Crow gonna do? What's Sprout gonna do on defense? Not much. So, man, a very, very nice adjustment made by Aqua. This going 1-1 for the final set. Final game. Wow.
And both of them fighting to be undefeated, right? So they're both 4-0 right now, and neither one wants to go down. They're both undefeated. And it shows they're fighting for their lives right now. They want to hold that top spot. They want to be the undefeated team.
These teams are so equally matched right now. This next game is going to be so big, though. It's hard. It's so hard for either team to predict the other one, right? You know, like Sprout, but you got to go counter to Sprout. You know your weakness was defense right there, but what options do you have to defend against that comp? You got to think about this, and you don't have much time. Let's see what they're gonna come up with here.
I'll tell you what, Ash, in most of the sets we've watched tonight in this match, whoever wins the first round actually loses that full set, except for one of them. So let's see if that trend continues. That means we should see a victory out of Aqua, although they are pushed back a little bit to start right now. But they are able to grab those bolts as well. Nice shots by Zulan, and Slash trying to make his way up and use his speed to grab a few more bolts. First bot is coming in from Tribe with only a 1 bolt. This is big right now. They got that trap yet again.
Oh, man. That is huge by Tribe. Remember what happened in the previous game when the first push. It's so easy to spawn trap them, and the lack of defense. You're just committing so much on your offense with this comp. So the first team that comes up with the better start, the better offense, ends up having a much easier time, and that's what we're seeing here. Tribe in control right now. If Aqua wants to win this, they gotta start getting some kills. They gotta get out of this trap.
Yeah, and did you see Corey lock him in there with his super, just kind of get him stuck, / couldn't get himself out. Nice kill by Tyrant. I believe it was Zulon holding down the center. 7 bolts to 1, make that 8. My goodness.
Wow.
This is a mirror of round number 1.
Yeah, this is not good for Aqua at all, because now they're forced on defense against a level 7 bot, and not only that, they only have 2 bolts banked up. This is a nightmare situation for Aqua. Slash just went down. Jigsaw just got trapped. This could be game. Tribe might be able to finish it right now with just 28 seconds left and full control.
Yeah, they do. The bot didn't get as much damage as I would have thought on that turret, but look at this right now. Corey, buckets. We got Zulon holding
with
it down.
Emotes
as well. They are confident that what's going on right now. But yeah, this is no shot right here. This is going to go in the favor of Tribe. If I've learned anything from you, Ash, it's how to predict how these ones go.
That's going to do it, man. You forced Tribe into a 5th game scenario with the last final game. This is what happens. You awaken the monster. That is Tribe here. And they're going to finish this with dominating fashion.
Tribe Gaming maintaining their lead and their 5-0 record. They're undefeated, pushing Aqua down to taking their first loss in this entire ESL event. Man, that was close. I didn't know where that was going to be going. And Varum, come on back. I mean, match of the night, the premier event, the main match, which we weren't even supposed to see. So I think that was a treat.
Look, we were, yes, we definitely got a little bit lucky with that one. We were very fortunate to be able to catch that one on broadcast.
Yes.
And I think the big thing that I'm noticing here is that you can never count one of these teams out. Because I thought after Tribe went up 2-1, yeah, it's GG. They're just going to take, and no, got down to the last round. And then we go all the way to the final round of the 5th set between our 2 undefeated teams. There is a reason they are our undefeated teams. I am so impressed. Aqua showed so much heart. So fun fact, I voted for the upset on this one. I thought it could be kind of interesting. I voted for Aqua in my predictions, and I don't regret it at all. They played their hearts out. Absolutely stellar match to watch. Ash, this one was a banger from start to finish.
Yeah, oh man, I'm like out of breath right now. You want to take over the replays here, Aqua? I mean, Echo?
Yeah, man, I'll take over. You catch your breath right there. But man, we saw some amazing play. And, you know, I was expecting Zulon to just dominate in the middle in a bunch of these matches as well. But really, it was a back and forth. We saw some amazing play from both squads. I legitimately did not know who was going to come down with the victory in the end. We saw it back and forth. It was swaying every single time we got into a different set. It was like a completely new match altogether. But really, at the end of the day, it was Tribe being able to hold it down. As you said, Ash, the beast was awoken, and they were able to come through in the end, take that fury, and put it out here on the battlefield and pull in the victory.
Yeah, and best of all, this was the biggest test for Tribe in this whole tournament. This 3rd week, this was their biggest matchups. The first time we seen them go to a 4th set, a 5th set, right? And man, I just gotta commend Aqua for their efforts here. They just played so well. It's the first time I've seen Tribe get outcomped multiple times. So, you know, just want to give a huge shout out to Aqua. They just played amazing.
Yeah, yep. And Varum, what are you thinking?
I have to follow that up. I have to give so many props. I have to give so many props over to Aqua. They may be 4-1 right now, but that does not represent just how well they played in this match. There are not many teams in North America that can take Tribe Gaming to a final round in a final set in a best of 5 match.
Yeah.
Not many teams can claim that one. So props to Aqua, as we have, at least for now, week number 3, our leaderboard set. Only one final week of play here before we determine which top 4 teams advance on to our challenge finals. And I'm looking towards the middle of this pack here, and Stamina Esports, Duty Dunga, those are the ones I've got my eyes on, but theoretically possible, I think, for some of those teams down there at the bottom to try and make some sort of crazy last-ditch comeback. So, Echo, we don't know.
Yeah, they totally could. I mean, some things would have to happen for them, but I mean, 1-4 versus 2-3, there's not the biggest difference there. So we could potentially see one of our bottom 3 teams work their way up and actually sneak in the back door and take that 4th position to move on, which could be really exciting. I mean, is it more likely going to happen? No, but we've seen much crazier things happen here before. We do have a couple of teams up top that are feeling pretty secure and confident being in those top positions. But I mean, I want to see Tribe and Aqua go at it again. I mean, they could very well battle things out again in our finals.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, it looks pretty likely that those 3 teams up there at the top are going to make it. But again, nothing's set in stone. Absolutely. We still have to figure out how this is going to end. And of course, you don't want to miss that. Everybody who's been watching, thank you all so much for supporting us. And make sure you're supporting us over on social media, !social as well. And if you haven't joined our giveaway, where we're giving away $1,000, you should do that too. So !social, do that one first. And then do !giveaway, because we have a giveaway that is running right now, giving away $1,000 out there in the community. So it's 10 $100 gift cards. And you should definitely be wanting to do that because it's just free money. And you can spend that on many brawl passes, many skins, many whatever Supercell game you're playing. Gems galore. All right, guys, let's get that going. Echo knows exactly what I'm talking about. Final thoughts though before we say goodbye, guys. Let's start with you, Ash.
Just kudos to Tribe, man. Perfection again. 3rd week, still undefeated. Always, coming up with new strategies, new comps. And then, of course, Aqua, the team that I'm most impressed with, came out of nowhere with a new team formed with Jigsaw, Czar, /Easy, and they're showing up every single time. I just can't wait to see more. Just so excited with the competitiveness that's evolving in North America right now.
Yeah, and for me, I'm just really grateful that we got to see that final match. I mean, as you mentioned, it was the one that was supposed to be done off broadcast, but it was really one of the most exciting of the night, and it wasn't supposed to be played. So I think that we're all lucky, us here at the desk and everyone watching at home, really lucky to be able to see that matchup, because without this matchup, there could have been a little bit more doubt about the power of Aqua. But right now, I think they really are a team that that people are going to be looking out for. I mean, I wasn't even aware how dominant they could be until this matchup that they have with Tribe, because it could have really gone either way.
They are terrifying. Both we saw a clash of titans out there, and like you said, Ash, in the end it all just came down to having to unleash the beast. Could they get it done? In the end, Tribe just a little bit bigger. Thank you all so much to everyone who's joined us. Apologies for some of the weird scheduling stuff that happened, but again, just glad we got to see some amazing Brawl Stars. We're back on Friday with Clash of Clans, then back next week for the 4th and final week of the ESL Mobile Challenge play-in series. So thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next week.
Feel the light, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark. No fear, getting ready for the ride. Yeah, stepping into the light. No limit.
That's it.
Aim
The
high.
first push.
No limit.
That's incredible.
The price is mine.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the wait's up. That's how we know when we level up. Ay, that's how we know when we
What a clutch kill by King Garbo on OG.
All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
back against the wall. Still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball. I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouths. The chosen one they call. I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking calls. What your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. Listen to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? Are we ready now to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready now to level up? It's time, get up. Feel the lights, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark. No fear, getting ready for the ride. Yeah, stepping into the light. No limit, aim high. No limit, the price is mine.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouths. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking calls.